You want to see your favorite teams play, you want to see those flicks, one taps, headshots, and guess what? They will be delivering. So it's the map of
Yeah.
Bind. In terms of agent compositions, is there anything other than the Reina pick that you expect from either one of these
Of
teams?
course. I mean, when I was watching the recent match between both of them, Sai picked up Phoenix and Excali going in for the Jet. That was quite unexpected because we know Sai is one of the best Jets. And as far as I know about Excali, as you know, we've seen him in tournaments in different rosters. I felt like he was really good at Rays and the other duelists that he used to play. But I guess coming down, switching it to a Jet was quite a risky play for Samurai Esports. And of course, so far they've been having a really not good time in Esports Premier Series. I would say in the qualifier number 1 they couldn't participate. Qualifier number 2 they forfeited. And qualifier number 3 they came down to such close round of 8, and yet they have to face against the FORCEONE. I guess it again depends on the conference. As I said, the agent pick, I wouldn't be seeing. I see. Expecting a Reina is again once again really for me it's a hypothetical question because Samurai Sports is someone like who changes the agents a lot of times. Like they're not stick. The map changes, the agents changes. Even one person from the roster is not feeling the day. They keep changing the agents, which can be good sometimes, which can not, which can backfire them. Well, I'm pretty much certainly expecting Jet to Scion Jet and Excalion Race because Race is like a really good pick in the map of Bind. You have the satchels to work with, you have the paint shells and boom bots. Everything is perfectly balanced and Bind. And talking about flash agents, I don't see. I don't expect at least like maybe one flash agent from Samurai. I actually am not expecting any flash agents. Either it's Sai going Rena or Sai going Jet. If Sai goes Jet, then there is no flash agent for Samurai. And talking about FORCEONE, I guess I don't have anything to say. Rafa, that man brings up the entire coordination. He's like the man to be standing in front of FORCEONE. You have Rafa, now you need to think twice before you go to the bomb site. I think that applies.
Yeah,
That's a universal fact right now. Rafa is going very crazy with his aim nowadays.
absolutely. We've been seeing Rafa perform in such brilliant manner, not just in terms of his individual and mechanical abilities, but as a team synergy as well. So that's really, really good to know. But more importantly, from the side of Force One, in terms of flashes, although it is very unlikely considering the map is going to be bind, if I'm being honest, I really want to see Shivi want to play the breach. I think AI most likely it won't be happening
Oh,
because of the map pick. Yeah, most likely we may just, I mean, yeah, most likely on split, breach is far, far more big, especially by Shivi himself as well. I don't think it'll be happening right now, but again, breach is one of those agents that really catches my eye. I really love to see a lot of breach gameplay
I
as well,
mean,
on the contrary to just Sova in terms of initiators. Yes.
I hope you saw the match between Global Esports versus FORCEONE earlier today morning, I guess. And I don't remember in split what exactly did Shivi pick. I remember him going as a Sova in all the other maps. So what did he pick in split is my question. I feel like if he went breach in the map of split, then I guess it can be actually quite a
He
match
picked
if
breach
Shivi
and
goes ahead
split,
and
yeah.
pick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
so
split
I'm pretty
he
I'm
picked
pretty
breach.
sure if he goes for Sky in bind, I mean actually Sky is not a really bad pick, compared to Breach. I feel like you should go ahead and pick up with Sky, and a lot of things are gonna change in the next week because we have the new patch coming here, we have the new update, all the agents will be shut down. It's only Cypher and Killjoy to all the Sentinel players, especially me who I recently switched down from duelist to Killjoy and Cypher. It was a really massive transformation, by the way. It's so hard to hold as bomb site. I mean, trust me, without peeking, without dying, you have all your util all over the map. And I guess RBK, plays like RBK, Wibber, Hellfighter, and especially Shivi, all these people are going to benefit a lot when it comes down to the new patch. I mean, imagine having finale after the new patch coming in, so everything is going to change for every one of them. Not only the price increase, a lot of things gonna change as we move into the bind map pick. Okay, now this is a sudden turnover of events. CCV, we have Blackhawk picking up the Viper instead of actually going in for the Astra, which is quite famous for. And Wim has
Shivi
picked up Astra,
breach?
so there's absolutely no flash agent as we expected. And Shivi is actually going in for breach, as you said. Wow, we don't have a sentinel
He's
in Force One.
I really hope to God, I really hope to God he doesn't change. But more importantly, I think this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. That they, because of the fact that both of these teams had a little bit of buffer time between their previous game and their next game, they are most likely going for some new strategies, and that's exactly what's happening right here. We have a breach pick, we have the Viper from
Oh
Blackhawk,
my
Astra
God.
not there on the side of FORCEONE. Oh, sorry, on the side of Samurai Esports. This is really looking interesting. I am so looking forward to this one best of one, because all the viewers keep in mind as well, the story for both of these teams, it is very, very simple. But just because it's simple, it does not mean there are high stakes involved. The stakes are as high as they can be. They have been playing 3 matches back to back in the qualifier, and now they'll be playing another one. Let's jump into the game very, very quickly.
Yes.
Because the team that loses this best of one right now, well, their
Yeah.
journey comes to an end. They won't be going to the semi-finals. If you can go into
Yep.
the semi-finals and you lose, even if you lose there, at least you can play the consolation match, and you can secure a cash prize for your team. There is some benefit. But if you lose right here in the quarterfinals in the best of 8, well, guess what? Nothing for your team. You have to go empty-handed after so much hard work being put in. But with all of that being said and done, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is going to be
Yep.
round number 1. Samurai Esports versus FORCEONE Esports. It's lights
Yes.
out, and then away we go.
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a really tough match for Samurai Esports as they went for a double controller, which is quite a very good pick in defenders. Speaking about, once again, they have to pick out as many as rounds possible in the defending, because FORCEONE with a breach, and he can do absolute wonders. And with the flash coming in, Rafa is trying to make an entry, or maybe not, as Scargod definitely finds a frag on towards the Astra. I have this one very confusing question in my mind, is that Samurai Esports, are they sure that they didn't want to go for a flash agent? I saw it coming through, because Samurai Esports is a team who really does not want that to, who really want to play agents in which they are comfortable, not the agents which are needed. And FORCEONE Esports, look at Shivi switching it down to a breach, is gonna make all the changes, and Wimp is gonna be the guy who's picking up Astra right now. It's Scargod. I guess he is right now trying to shut Sai down, and of course he succeeds in that, and Wimp immediately catches him off guard. Shivi gets 1, Wimp gets a double, and now it's a 1v2 situation. You think with 30 HP can you do anything? No, not happening. Samurai, luckily and fortunately taking away the first round for them. What are your thoughts on RVK picking up Sova? I think it can actually backfire the team, is because RVK has been playing Sentinel the entire day. He has been, FORCEONE Esports has been playing from back-to-back 2 to 3 BO3s today, and
Yep.
coming it down to this best of 1. RVK picking up Sova was not at all expecting, and he is a very good Sentinel pick, and even if Shivi does not replace the breach, it could have been fine.
In theory, I do understand the pick in terms of agent compositions, and with the fact that FORCEONE are attacking. But again, practically, yeah, things can backfire really quickly. Speaking of RVK, well, with the Sheriff he peeks wide, will be losing his life. Rafa takes the Sheriff for himself from his dead body. He'll be looking for picks, but yeah, again, Samurai Esports, they're pushing in with the Bulldogs and the Spectres. And yet again, it's a very, very simple wipe out from the side of Samurai. Again, for a semi-ecos from the side of F1, they didn't have armor, didn't have good guns when compared to Samurai. Nothing much could happen. Blackhawk's toxic screen goes down, and he can still pick up the kill for himself. That is round 2, done and dusted, flawless in a very simple, calm and collected manner. Samurai get off to a good start, but now FORCEONE are coming with the better guns. Now FORCEONE have the Sheriffs and now they have the Phantoms and Vandals in hand, whereas Samurai Esports, well, they have got the Operator and a few weird buys here and there with Bulldogs and Spectres, and again, they have to make the difference right now. Everyone watching, keep in mind, this is a best of 1, nothing else. The team that wins here, will they move on to the next step? They move on to the semi-finals. This one map will decide the fate of these teams in qualifier number 3, and this Operator can decide the fate of a lot of players.
Yes, it's a quite risky agent pick, and putting one match which leads to a semi-finale into a best of 1 from both of the teams is another risk. And trust me, risk is a reward. And I'm pretty sure that if you want to go ahead and see some profit, or you want to get some advantage, FORCEONE Esports and Samurai, both of them are really ballsy to be going in for a best of 1 for a match that decides the semi-finale to a LAN spot in the grand finale, which will be happening in December, boys. I mean, imagine the players' mindset right now. They've been playing for so long, and Samurai just lost against FORCEONE. The confidence, everything has been shutting down. In Samurai Esports, they've quite managed to get the first 2 rounds, and every agent is almost changed. Everybody changed the agents. Rafa changed it from Phoenix. And now with all these agent changes, it might get actually quite difficult for them to be playing. Wimp finds a frag over towards one of the players, which is Rafa actually. Rafa going down is actually a quite risky play over there. As Shivya also goes down, both the important players are down right now. And Scargod has to do his best. Scargod having a good aim day is just not enough. As he gets a double, he is looking for more kills, but his HP is not gonna, pretty much help him that. But good play coming in from RVK. He managed to get that spike planted down. Do you think RVK has a potential to get the 1v3? I really feel that he can.
If he
as
can
you know, both of the
isolate
positions of
gunfights.
players right now.
I was just going to say if you could isolate the gunfights, that would have been good. But yeah, from the side of Samurai, the good thing for them is the fact that, well, they can really slow down a push. Samurai, exactly that's what happened. My focus would have been on Wimp, and it stayed on Wimp because he was playing the Astra.
Important players are down right now. It's Scargod has to do his best. It's a double. He is looking for more kills, but his HP is not gonna, Oh, that was my voice. I was scared for a moment. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
No, I was just saying that Wimp is so good at slowing down the players. I mean, look at the 8 KD. More so, his utility usage is really good. As soon as he spotted a few players towards A shot, and he used the gravity well, fell back to like triple boxes, and yet again, he slowed down the push, waiting for his teammates to rotate back, and that's exactly what they did. Sai was there on Heaven, SMX was also there towards CT, and Wimp is really playing good, maintaining a KD of 9 right now, no deaths for him, whereas RVK picks up one nice kill, but Excali is there, get a double, one normal kill, one headshot. Sai is also then yet again. It was a semi-eco from FORCEONE. They should be fine. They should be happy that they got a single kill, but I don't think Knight Rider can do much right now, especially with the spike being on the opposite side of the map, the toxic screen being there. He can try his best, but this is another round done and dusted. Samurai Esports currently having a 4-0 lead, and the thing is, F1 may just start struggling. This map, it favors the defenders a tad bit, but the thing is, the previous engagements that both of these teams have taken have gone so much 1-1 that we expect a very, very close game, and that's not what's happening right now, as we are just seeing, Samurai just move away round after round. In this case though, Knight Rider, he picks up a nice gun for himself and a nice kill. Now with the Phantom, 1v3, 30 seconds. So I think it is inevitable he may die,
30
especially
seconds
with Excali
left.
holding this nice off angle. And yeah, Knight Rider doesn't check it. Excali, just his, okay. That was nice. Alright. All this aside, yeah, triple kill for Excali, simple round for Samurai that comes to an end.
Yep. I don't know if it's not the pressure. I don't see a reason why everybody went for the agent switch. I don't really accept the fact that Rafa is a better race compared to his Phoenix, because he's one of the best eligible Phoenix players so far in the country. Well, if Rafa is quite okay playing with it, then I don't see a reason. As Sai has picked up Jet and he's right now back in his natural habitat, Blackhawk is ready to put the Viper's pit and stop the push. And of course, he will do it, as I say. And Rafa, right now, I think everybody will be looking after to go for a B execute, because they cannot make it to A. No matter what, they don't have a healer. They don't have a really strong flasher, I would say. And FORCEONE having a breach in attack was not certainly what I expected it to be. Having a breach and defenders could have been a strong guard for them. But yeah, when you already have the map advantage in Samurai Esports starting off a defend, it only gives more advantage for Samurai to be walking away with those important rounds. Isn't it true, CCV?
Absolutely. Again, just emphasizing on the agent composition. I think some action is going to take place. Yeah, there's the first kill for SMX. Refrag is due, but no! SMX with the headshot. The flash goes through, and SMX with the third.
One
Jeez,
enemy
someone
remaining.
put a stop on this man because he's burning. He's on fire right now. Wimp as well with the follow-up kill, and before you know it, this is a near flawless round. Now the problem is, this was a full buy from the side of FORCEONE. They really invested
30 seconds
quite a
left.
bit of their economy after equing in the previous round. So first of all, you're 5-0 down. The next round as well, it's not going to be a good buy. You cannot afford guns like the Operator, maybe the Phantom Vandal a little bit. But yeah, right now F1 really seem to be struggling, and that's the unfortunate circumstance that they are put in. Blackhawk takes a
10
duel
seconds left.
right yet again against RVK, and he secures the headshot. Simple, sweet round comes to an end. And the thing is that, yeah, as I was talking about earlier, and as you were mentioning as well about the agent compositions, the side for Samurai, even though they don't have any Sentinel, the fact that there are two controllers, which are going to be Astra and Viper, the fact that they can slow things down so quickly and they can really stop a push, as we just witnessed with Blackhawk using his Viper spit, you know, the very, very standard Viper spit towards A shot, is that their controllers are fulfilling the job of a Sentinel and they're doing it correctly. So at the end of the day, it does not matter that they don't have any Sentinels. They're doing their job, and that's what you love to see as Excali. My god, he just picks up a kill. Blackhawk is going for more. SMX finds one. What has happened to F1? What?
It's frags everywhere. Like,
Enemy
you know,
remaining.
Blackhawk has been so
Spike down
successful
A.
delivering those shots, delivering those headshots, especially, and getting those rounds. And wow, this is not what I, somewhat nearly expected Samurai to be executing in defending side. You know, having a controller was the best option, was the best choice they had. But I would say FORCEONE Esports, even after going in for a breach pick, I don't know why they are not able to execute things. I wouldn't say, like, not having a sentinel in attack is better than not having a sentinel defense, to be honest. And FORCEONE, they don't have a sentinel, they have double initiators, which is supposed to make the job even more easy for FORCEONE to be entering into the bomb sites. I mean, you have a flasher, you have a really aggressive agent like Raze. As I told earlier, like, Raze can be quite a really good map of bind, or maybe it's just attacking side which is not letting FORCEONE Esports play properly. They have a single controller. Do you think double initiators can be a good pick in defense eventually? If FORCEONE Esports manage to get at least 4 rounds in the first half, they can put quite a very good comeback match at defending side, as we have both the race players.
Yeah. The thing with
Rafa
the double
with 0
initiator
kills.
is, yeah, Rafa isn't having the best of days right now on the jet. Meanwhile, Excali, well, yeah, nothing but dubs for him. 5 kills, 2 deaths, good. Wimp still, I think Wimp died once, perhaps. I'm not sure on that complete statistic. Next round, after a short while, I hope we can bring the player cards for Wimp as well. 11-0. Oh, Elika, do you think he will be able to beat Rice's 11 KD? It's very difficult, but
Oh my
whatever.
god.
Yeah, right now,
Oh,
we can see
shit.
that. Look at how low Scar God has been tagged. He's down to what, 25 HP, just because of the fact that he has he walked into the snake bite, and exactly that's the snake bite, that's the gravity well, everything working in favor of Samurai. Their controllers are putting in so much work. Shivy trying to make something out of this play as the attackers are trying to get the map control, but so far they've been denied. 40 seconds into the action phase, and only now the attackers are getting shower control towards the B bomb site as well. Nothing on hookah. Rafa hasn't even entered there yet. If he chooses to, there is a chance he may just die. Oh no, he falls back.
That's a good option, I would say. And mind me, but I guess it's a fact that Scargod is actually having his best aim day today. He's been performing and fragging back to back in all the matches from the morning, and I hope it goes the same for this one. Scargod and his aggression isn't stopping anytime soon, as Blackhawk is the one who actually gets almost spotted, but the Viper's Snakebite is actually doing most of the job over here, and Knight Rider with the blades out is going to make a difference. Gets the entry. Rafa right now is on the backup side, inside the operator. Is a dangerous man, and with SMX coming down with his fury inside, taking down Rafa. That's it. Rafa not even able to put up a frag for his team, and Astra's Cosmic Divide will make a huge difference right now. That side's position has been revealed of an Excali being the very cheeky player right there. He is as sneaky as a ninja. Now you know where the last player was. RVK gets taken down, and Knight Rider left in a 1v2 situation with Blade Storm in his hand. Hopefully finds a frag. Immediately gets taken down. Excali, wow, he is giving his best support today. Even as a duelist, he's doing the best he can. He's always been supporting his team, which puts Samurai Esports on the 7th round. And to my surprise, mind me, post one, such a good entry onto the bomb sites, but what was the need for them to push? And why were the post-ban positions so confusing? I really don't get it. The post-ban
the
positions, it
cosmic
was
divide.
total mess.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because the Cosmic Divide, yes, it helped FORCEONE plant the spike because no one from Heaven or from U-Halls could deny it and they couldn't see where the spike was being planted. It was good because they were planting it by triple boxes, not by the default truck position. However, that same Cosmic Divide from ScarGod allowed the members of Samurai to well push up from any angle they wanted and to regroup outside of the Heaven together. And that's what helped them retake the site together as a team instead of one by one pushing in, which could have really been lethal for the members of Samurai, and it could have costed them their entire round and their own lives as well. As in this case, well, it will be the life of FORCEONE, already down a man. It's being their life is being removed from their team. Another kill. Knight Rider in this case tastes defeat. His Samurai are looking quite strong with this 5v3. The remaining attackers, Shivy on the front line with his spike, trying to push in from A shot. Their position is now known. Wimp, if he wants to peek wide, well, guess what he can do? And he may just find one. Oh no, he doesn't find any kill for himself. This was nice from FORCEONE. Get U-Hall's control, but guess what? The other controller is still present in the bomb site. You cannot try to plant, with the Viper still being there. And Blackhawk with his top 6 screen, not to mention you've got Excali as well right there on their tail towards A shot.
One enemy remaining.
One gunfight.
Spike
Blackhawk
down
wins another.
A.
And again, before you know it, these positions from Samurai are really helping them win all of these duels that they just are just winning straight up,
Yeah. I mean, Blackhawk is that one guy who can solo-handedly hold the entire bomb set all by himself, and Samurai Esports already coming down to the 8th round and post one. What happened to you guys? You were doing very well. You were having a really bright day today. All of a sudden, you're just getting shut down by Samurai for absolutely very, very less reasons, which are supposed to be which are not the major reasons, to be honest. When it comes down to the agent picks, I believe it was made in a hurry, more like. Because you see, when the agent changes, the ability really takes off everything. And Shivi, even after putting down the breach, I don't think there's much work over here. And Samurai Esports, they're taking aggressive control of all the pushes, all the sites especially. And looks like Sai right now is able to get a frag or something over towards ScarGod. But I guess ScarGod is going to get himself a double headshot. And now that's the man I wanted to see. ScarGod, doesn't matter which agent he's playing. You put him down in a race, he will perform. You put him down in an Astra, he will perform. You put him down in an Omen, he will do it, whatever it takes for the team. And trust me, CCV, this man has been having the best aim day so far in his life, if I'm not wrong. And FORCEONE Esports, after getting double man advantage and Vipers, I think one of the reasons how it was easy for FORCEONE to get an entry was the Viper Pit being able to enable in the B bomb site instead of A. If Viper Pit came down in the A shot, I don't think it was an easy one for FORCEONE Esports for entering. And Pimp, that sneaky little player, always at the end of the bomb site. And ScarGod going down, she's gonna get a frag on towards Pimp. What do you think? A 5v3 a 3v2?
Blackhawk is still in B bomb side. This fake from FORCEONE isn't going to work out because Blackhawk is still there. Yes, they take the option of going via B long. It may help them to plant down the spike, but if Blackhawk can deny this as well, which I think he may just be able to do for now, and he loses the gunfight to Shivy. I think this is the first round, and this is the round that FORCEONE needed for themselves. SMX speaks wide, but one Sova getting rid of another.
Wait,
this was an RVK.
I don't understand why you put out the underscoring.
I think he fat fingered. I think he accidentally pressed the button. Happens a few times, but I don't know what happened right there. Alright, so yeah, Hunter's Fury gone. This may just end, again, it seems like a very, very small thing, but it may just end up costing them quite a lot, especially now that we're going into, double-digit rounds, with this being round number 10. And well, here are two people who are having fairly quiet days. Sai as well, he's being overshadowed by Excali right now in the duelist compartment. And for Knight Rider, well, the same goes for him as well, right? I mean, you of course have ScarGod performing as the Astra as well on the side of FORCEONE. So everyone is doing their bit. Unfortunately, put together, their bits are just being outnumbered by Samurai Esports, who have been putting up a lot more frags on their side. So, with all of that being said and done, yeah, RVK just getting that information. This is why Soba is good, because he can get that active source of information, unlike the Breach, who doesn't have that. Even Sky has the Trailblazer, which can help them. But well, right now, FORCEONE are trying to get B-long control. Currently, they cannot step in. Excali will be wide peeking this angle, as I think that's a mistake. Yeah, he has to fall back. Throws the paint shells to not allow anyone else to push in. Rafa still made the choice. But yeah, well, that choice costed him his life, and yet again, FORCEONE trying to get map control, but nothing is going on. As yet again, SX wins one gunfight and gets his revenge from the previous round.
Excuse me, RBK was like literally, he had the recon on his chest moving around. So I don't know. I pretty much feel like Samurai Esports is having
one enemy remaining.
Unexpectedly like a really good game against FORCEONE Esports right now. And FORCEONE Esports, I think they're having the worst possible timing of the coordination, you know. Like when Rafa, it was a really good decision to push Hookah, but I guess at the worst possible time ever. And Scargod getting that kill down on side will leave that operator, but I guess Scargod is all alone over towards the B-bomb side. He gets another one. Now he has to get a spike planted down, but 2 seconds, he can't do it. Eventually, Blackhawk is gonna put him down to sleep. That's 9 rounds for Samurai Esports. And what is happening? We know the potential of FORCEONE. We know how much pressure can they take. You know, they can take. And today, I feel like it's just a game of the patience. It's just a game of survival, to be honest, for both of the teams. And any team which is having a long day, they know how exactly it feels. And let's have a look at both the Sova players, SMX versus RVK, and 12 kills for SMX, 3 for RVK. And I don't really feel that, you know, RVK is actually feeling Sova in his skin right now. And oh, I guess that was a Breach ultimate coming down, and I guess Sai instantly deleted Rafa. Oh my god, and that's another one. SMX, what the hell? He grabs himself for triple, and now that is not at all acceptable. That was such an insane Hunter's Fury. What?
Well, now I'm sure RVK feels a bit bad about using his own Hunter's Fury for no reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, all jokes aside, Samurai Esports, they're really feeling good. I think one of the reasons why FORCEONE aren't performing the best is perhaps because of the fatigue setting in. You know, if you're a regular athlete playing physical sports or even esports as well, after a point of time, even if you aren't a proper esports professional or competitive player, even if you play a lot of rank, you know that time where physically and mentally you start lagging a bit. As in this case, he tried to energize himself, but my god, SMX and Excali cannot be stopped. Excali with one more, and SMX, man, he just put FORCEONE in the dirt, flawless. This rush just backfired completely. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. FORCEONE have been playing for so long since today, you know, in so many tournaments, best of threes and whatnot, that after a point, the fatigue starts to set in. Your communications, they get dulled a bit. Your aim isn't the sharpest on point. Perhaps to solve that, you know, FORCEONE, all of their players, they can, you know, grab a can of Hell energy drink to energize themselves. And well, like about the problem I was saying to all of you viewers as well, if you are playing your ranked sessions, if you're playing scrims with your team, and you feel like, you know, you are a bit dull, well, guess what, there's a solution for that. It's a sponsor's Hell energy drink. You know, make sure you grab a can, energize yourself, be on point, and will perform just like how Scargod and SMX are performing right now. 19 kills, 6 deaths, KD of 3. Scargod as well doing a lot, doing his best, but unfortunately not enough as we move into the pistol round of the second half.
Yep. As we move down to the second half, Scargod not really having a good day in this particular match. He will be getting spotted out over there, over towards the heaven, and I guess Samurai Esports already have these side control. They got spike planted down, and ridiculously good. And Rafa is very angry right now, down to 7 HP, gets a frag, and so does RVK, managed to get another one. The Shagrat might not be doing a lot of damage, but maybe this time. Look at that W. W press coming in from Knight Rider and Cyan. Looks like Knight Rider is just behind Cyan. What is happening? That was a very quick retake, mind me, from FORCEONE Esports. Finally finding a way to put Samurai Esports down, or maybe at least control in their hands.
Yeah, this was a far better showing from FORCEONE. The only question is, where were they? Where was this kind of gameplay early on? But yeah, they secured themselves a round. They're second out of potentially many that they need to win, and most likely they'll be securing another one for themselves as well. As right now, yeah, we can see the top fraggers. These guys, they have been putting in the work since round number 1. SMX 19 kills. We've seen him take 3Ks with Vandals and Phantoms, and even his Hunter's Fury right now a few rounds ago. And we major see it again as oh, that's a nice shot from Excali. Shivi with the retaliation, and you can see, of course, when they have a lot of manpower invested towards the round. However, Excali is pushing him from hookah. He may be able to catch them. Yes, Excali gets 1 kill and he downs Rafa, and before you know it, this thrifty round from Samurai Esports, it has a bit of potential to get some dubs for themselves. A bit of potential. RVK, another shot dot goes out. The spike will be planted off angle from Excali towards Cubby. May secure him to land 1 kill. Oh no, nothing for now. Both Power and RVK towards elbow, but oh, this is a nice duel. Putting Blackhawk in a 1v1 situation as he wins that gunfight against Skargod. Skargod, oh, not aware of where Blackhawk is, inside the poison cloud. And now RVK, the only way to win it is well to win this gunfight. He peeks wide, and guess what? The Spectre is mightier than the Ghost, and FORCEONE Esports, even though it was a very close round, well, they still secure the win.
Yep. I'm so happy to see FORCEONE Esports falling back a round after the other, especially RVK. When individual performances, come down to a point where they won't be able to, make a move, that affects the entire team a lot. So I pretty much feel like RVK, he's that one big potential player along with Knight Rider and Rafa. If you're not really having the day as an individual, I don't think it'll be any easy. Well, a lot of changes have been made in the agent spec, which is affecting their game a lot. And speaking about Samurai, SMX, the best day he's having right now, he is going to be fragging the entire server out right now, and Rafa gets concussed over towards the hookahs, unfortunately. But mind me, Rafa has a shotgun and he can do wonders with it, and he proves it. He gets a battle as well into his hands. That's a double man advantage. Skargod, do you think it's really a nice idea to be pushing way too ahead into the showers? And Blackhawk, RNG, Knight Rider is not really feeling happy about it. Blackhawk, he's having the best aim days. I mean, you remember the way how he holded the entire A bomb side by himself in the defense. He's just having a really good day.
Absolutely. And okay, well, this is another quick dispatch from the side of FORCEONE. They secure yet another round for themselves. A possible comeback, question mark, well, no one knows. For now, I think the rational choice still is going to be Samurai Esports, and the reasoning for that is because they're only 1 round away from securing match point in overtime compared to the 7 of FORCEONE Esports. So FORCEONE Esports, again, for the next consecutive 7 rounds, they're fighting just this 1 more round from Samurai. And out of those 7, it can be any round. It can be this round, round number 16. It can be round number 20. Who knows? It can be anything. And that's the problem. FORCEONE Esports, they have to give their 100% round in, round out. Nothing can be compromised. Whereas Samurai, they can take things slow if they want to. They can lose a few rounds. They can eco for a few rounds and then come back stronger with all of their ultimates with a lot of the gun power. As right now as well, they're taking it, trying for a semi-eco. Shivi, quickly rotates back. Knight Rider, he's going for a potential, retake, but he's all alone. Now though, RVK joins him. Now this retake has a bit more life in it, but yeah, towards elbow, Sai, Excali both down to like 25 HP. And here comes Knight Rider with all the armor, with 100 HP and his Phantom in hand. He peeks wide, he gets 1 kill. He's looking for more. He spots SMX, he gets 1 more. Can he get his last one? For now he can't, but it looks like FORCEONE just may end up getting the round to themselves. RVK is there, Rafa is there, and the round is there up for grabs.
Well, wow, it finally feels so good to be back at the game. I mean, that's what exactly FORCEONE Esports is feeling right now. What was that round? I mean, it was really a bad choice for Samurai Esports to be pushing along with the elbow when, you especially have someone like Knight Rider and it's an eco round for them. Yeah, playing together can make the round, but yeah, playing in a suffocated areas can also give you a lot of damage, like the paint shell coming in from Rafa, which led to the death of a person. 11-5 looks like FORCEONE Esports is so close to be getting that comeback done, or they need 6 more rounds, and I'm pretty sure that they can make it. I have a feeling they can make it, to be honest. Knight Rider going in for really early picks with Rafa coming down with the showstopper. Unfortunately, won't be doing anything as Sai gets him down, and I guess another showstopper coming in by Excali definitely takes Knight Rider down. What a beautiful trade coming in, and FORCEONE Esports left to all one player, Shivi, all by himself, and he managed to get a frag over towards the U-Hauls, and Excali is down to 2 HP, not something really that you want to see. It's a 1v2, it's actually doable. But Shivi, if you ask me, and I guess taking Excali down leaves him in a 1v1 situation against Sai, and Sai is just way too good with his reflexes, which is gonna put and cost an arm and leg for FORCEONE Esports. That's a match point for Samurai Esports. Looks like this best of one is gonna quick really soon if FORCEONE Esports doesn't step up right now.
Nice try. That really was a very valiant effort from Shivi. You know what? Commendations for that. Even though he didn't get the round, he won all of our hearts, and yeah, that was really good to see. But yeah, more importantly, looking at it from a grander perspective, looking at it from a macro point of view. Yet again, Samurai Esports, well, guess what? They have match point, and yet again, for the next 7 rounds, FORCEONE need to battle this fear of theirs that out of the 7 rounds, any one of them can be a Samurai win. This one, the next one, who knows? And well, they have to taste defeat. As right now, Scargod, his body falls. Rafa is on a very clean flank, and I think something Vim isn't expecting. But Vim still lands the shot, so does Excali, as he's still continuing for the kill. I think that was a blast pack shot. That was really nice to see. And I think this is the undoing of FORCEONE Esports. Yep, this is it, the final kill. All it goes down to Jet versus Jet, both with the Blade Storms out. This may be the battle everyone's wanting to see. The Nebula waiting to go away. Sai, Knight Rider trying to exchange kills. Knight Rider gets the first, gets damaged a lot in the process. Excali is on the hunt. Knight Rider and FORCEONE, they are being chased by Samurai Esports out of this tournament, out of this qualifier. He tries his best. He gets one more. FORCEONE, they have just enough life in them to get a few kills, but I don't think they can get the round. The spike has been blasted. FORCEONE's hopes of moving on have been blasted with it, and that is GG's.
Last player standing.
Yep. GG, well played, and that is going to be Samurai Esports so walking down into the semi-finale of Esportz Premier Series. And right now it's going to be a really hard time for FORCEONE Esports to be recovering that one. They have been playing from qualifier number 1 and making it down to qualifier number 3 with a lot of patience and consistency. Really hats off to FORCEONE, man. Unless it was, excluding all the reasons that they had. If it was a BO3, I'm pretty sure that they could have, put quite a great show against Samurai. And being the map of Bind, already having the defending side for Samurai Esports, they put up quite a good show against the FORCEONE Esports. And I guess that's it for FORCEONE in the qualifier number 3. I know it's going to be a really emotional moment for FORCEONE Esports right now, as getting beaten in 3 qualifiers back to back and still taking it up and going ahead and registering for another qualifier. If in case FORCEONE does that, I'm pretty sure that they're going to go ahead and register for qualifier number 4. They're one of the strongest teams I've ever seen. Consistency, that's the thing that we need to be looking, but survival is even more important than the consistency. And of course, congratulations Samurai Esports for making it down to the top 4 teams, and I'm sure it's going to be quite interesting to see all the top teams in one bracket. We have VLT upcoming, we have D2D incoming, and we also have Samurai. Of course, they're already one of the semi-finalists. To confirm another semi-finalist, we need to be looking at the next match, that is VLT versus D2D. But before we go there, I think we have our MVP screen ready, and I'm pretty sure it's SMX.
I think it will be. Yeah, SMX has really been having a good performance right now. For the side of Samurai Esports, not just right now, but before as well. He really has been putting those skills on board. He really has been performing extremely well. And yeah, looking at this performance as well, just at a glance, it gives you all the context you needed as to why the score is the way it is. 13-5, 19 kills for SMX, over 300 the average combat score as a Sova main. Even the duelists Excali and Sai, they were putting up those important kills kills, and more so, they were getting those first bloods for their team as well. I think Excali and Sai had a higher first blood than their teammates, and that was the good thing. As a duelist, you need to be in the front line of the attack, in the front line of the defense as well. You need to be taking those early engagements. That's exactly what they did. They did their job nicely, and more importantly, yeah, after that, it allowed SMX, Blackhawk, Wimp, all of them to shine even more brightly, pick up the follow-up kills, and well, essentially win the round. As for FORCEONE, yet again, you had a controller performing real good. Scargod, like you've been saying, is really having a good day out in the field, shooting people left, right, and center. But what he couldn't shoot through was the armor that Samurai Esports had in front of them. And well, that's why FORCEONE will, unfortunately, they had to suffer this loss. They have to suffer this loss. And yeah, like you mentioned, hopefully and most likely we will be seeing them make a comeback towards qualifier number so far exactly what we have seen from Samurai Esports. They lost qualifier number 1, number 2, like you've mentioned, and now they are ever so close to going into the grand finals, ever so close into going and securing a spot in the LAN themselves. But yeah, they still have a few more hurdles to climb through before that.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. And I guess FORCEONE, take it as a good experience. You know that you could beat Samurai once and you can do it yet again. But maybe this time on the LAN, I'm expecting, hopefully, if they, make some wonders happen and qualify number 4. Yeah, with that said, in turn, Samurai moving into the semi-finale, we have another match upcoming. So before we go down to the another match, we're going to take a short break. But yeah, I want to thank Esportz Premier Series for providing such a good platform for all the gamers to be showcasing their talents, especially the young talent out there, which is going to sum up in the grand LAN finale. Of course, everybody's waiting for LANs. I'm pretty sure that each and every one of you is missing. And huge shout out to our sponsors, Josh App and Hell Energy Drink. Hell Energy Drink, especially keeping up the energy for all the players. And also, if you missed today's match, don't worry, guys. We also got you covered. We upload each and every highlight of the matches on our Instagram as well as on our YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to Esports.in on YouTube, because we're about to hit almost 17K subscribers on YouTube. And follow us on our Instagram, that is Esports.in. That we have all the highlights and live stream, live schedule, live results updated on the Instagram stories. So I guess me and CCV will catch you right back here with VLT versus D2D going live.
होश ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell Energy.
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Welcome back everyone to Esports Premier Series presented by Josha, powered by Hell Energy Drink. This is our Valorant Qualifier number 3 building up to the LAN in December. For now we are having online qualifiers, out of which, like I just said, it is Qualifier number 3. We started off with like 64 teams and right now we are down to 7 teams. We just witnessed FORCEONE versus Samurai Esports take a battle in the best of 1 on bind, and well, Samurai Esports came out the winner. Now we are going to be heading towards Velocity Gaming up against D2D Esports. I'm the real CCV, joined alongside Elika FTW. And Elika, Velocity Gaming, big name team up against D2D Esports, another up and coming team. Any thoughts about this match?
Thoughts? I can completely write a book right down there regarding Velocity versus D2D. I'm pretty sure. You know what's a surprising and a very refreshing thing for me about this match is that D2D and Velocity, they never faced off each other in not even a single tournament so far. I mean, okay, maybe in one tournament, I guess. Yeah, thanks CCV for saving me down there. But yeah, maybe in one. But
it's
I'm
all
pretty
good, yeah.
sure that the performance D2D has shown in qualifier
Yeah.
number 1 and 2, it's gonna leave a mark. It left a mark with a lot of professional teams like GE, Gordon. And now that both of them have been qualified, I guess D2D has a really good chance of beating Velocity. But I wouldn't say beating Velocity down. That's a little too big word to use, I would say, because Velocity Gaming has been very consistent. They have this perfect magic dish. Doesn't really matter if the ingredients are changing. They always have an alternative. They had to do a lot of roster changes, especially putting Anti down and Excali down out of the roster. Both were one of the best players in the country. Even yet leaving them down, they have the same consistency, same aggression. Nothing changed for Velocity, and now that one thing, it was very surprising for me. Then I understood for a fact that there was this one guy who has the magic in Velocity Gaming, and that's Anuj. That's Amaterasu, who has all the IGL calls out and our right ways. Both of them, they balance the dish very beautifully. I mean, imagine let's take an example of any other roster in India compared except for Velocity. If they have one man getting replaced, the entire roster changes. Even Excali addition to Samurai Esports, it took a lot of time for Samurai Esports to adapt to Excali's place. So even having a great addition could backfire you sometimes. But Velocity, MW1 and Mazil, both of them are really decent players, and Mazil just shifting down from CSGO to Valorant. He's not even played that many professional games in Valorant, I would say, and yet he's been such a beautiful replacement. And MW1, he adapted to the game very easily. As we have the team profile, we have MW1, Hellfighter, Amaterasu, Wibber, and Rightways. I feel like Wibber coming down as a Sentinel and Health moving down to a controller, it changed the entire game, which left the 3 main spots. That's Rightways as an initiator, and the rest 2 for the duelists. Hellfighter getting that previously when Wibber was benched, no, not benched. I mean, Wibber was on the 6th player. Hellfighter was the guy who used to play Sentinel. But when it came down to Hellfighter being controller and Wibber being Sentinel, everything managed the team easily. And looking at the number of frags, looks like Right to is sitting on top with just one single agent, and that is Sova with 32 kills. Wow, that is a crazy stats coming in from Velocity Gaming. And CCV, if you
Yeah.
ask me about the map pick and bans and wins, I pretty much feel like Velocity has 100% win rate in all the maps, to be honest.
Yeah, right now they've played two maps so far in qualifier number 3. They've won both of them. For all the people wondering why is the pick rate 0 even though they've played two maps, well, that's because in best of ones all of the maps are decider. You don't pick a map, well, it's decided upon by both of the teams after thoroughly banning out all other 5 maps, and for that reason. But after best of 3s, if Velocity Gaming win right now, move on to best of 5s, then we can see the pick rate shift. Then we can see which maps do they really prefer. As for now, they've played Ascent once, they've played Icebox once, both good victories for their side. Recently, a few days ago as well, we saw them play against Black Bulls on Ascent, where right to ACR, like you were saying about his kills, 18 kills. Then he only had one death, which really boosted up his KD. Right now, I am still in awe of that 18 KD game, and yeah, that was a very dominant win for Velocity Gaming, as was their first game as well on the map of Icebox. So far, a great showing for their side. All of the agents that they've been choosing, it's really good. Today Velocity played a best of 3. It was a win for them as well. They've been on a winning streak, and why shouldn't they be? They really are in like the top 3, top 4 teams in India and in South Asia in general at the moment, although that can change with VCC and all that, but again, I won't divulge into that right now. Velocity Gaming, they are really looking good. D2D on the other hand as well, they are up and coming. Like you mentioned, qualifier number 1, qualifier number 2, they left a good mark on everyone watching, and since then they really have been improving on qualifier number 3 as well. We've seen them play out so far, and right now, yeah, we can see, we had a CT having a great performance, even Astronaut. Both the duelists for D2D Esports have really been doing their job, and you love to see it. In the other hand, we've seen them play 2 maps, and well, both of them have been victories as well. They played Ascent just like Velocity, then they played Haven as well, and yeah, we'll talk about best of 3s and this map later on, these matches later on. But yeah, so far looking at their roster and their profile, Elika, do you have anything to say about D2D?
D2D, of course, one of my best teams that I've ever seen so far. Like, the perfect example and definition for an underdog team. As we have a new roster change in them coming, as YB God has joined. He previously used to play for White Shadows, and now he switched down to D2D, which is quite a really growth for him, I would say that. And SCT is a really good jet main, and so does when it comes down to Flex being a duelist, he gets the job done. Astronaut as a controller, and Kawaii is one of the best solos I've seen so far. So far, they've played against Lethal Esports, Alpha, and True Ripper Esports. Both of them, they managed to secure the win. And especially the True Ripper Esports was the match to look out for. You and I, we both know how close it went down against True Ripper Esports. Because True Ripper Esports are that one team who have been really, really participating in absolutely every tournament that they were able to. And they're, of course, quite popular in the community. Putting that aside, the profile for D2D Esports looks quite decent, to be honest. And the agent pick, I guess if the map veto is done, we can speak more about how exactly D2D Esports might be performing. As so far, my personal experience encounter with YB God, I feel like he is more like a sentinel and a duelist player. Although I guess in White Shadows he was the main duelist, he was the jet. But we have way too many good players in day-to-day esports, to be honest. And I guess Astronaut being one of the very good pick, he has the aim, and it's not duelists who have the aim you should be scared of, it's the controller or sentinel who has the aim. You should be really scared of such players, because in duelists, when you pick off the duelist, you have you have something off your chest, like at least a major part of the game is off your chest when you pick down a duelist in particularly that round. But having a sentinel with that aim, you cannot enter a bomb site, excuse me, but you cannot step into the bomb site. It's irony, but it's true. Having a sentinel with a name is way far better than having a duelist, like with the aggression. All duelists need to do is just get the intel. It really doesn't matter even if duelist goes ahead, gets the intel and dies. We always have the backup, we always have the trade coming in. Sometimes even a duelist dies, it's good for the team that a rotation might be coming in from the other bomb site, or maybe a lot of over intel can be possessed by the opponent team. There's always things running in our mind, especially when it's a very important match for us. So when it comes down to
Yeah.
map picks, what are you expecting from Velocity and
I
D2D?
think I think Ascent, the fact that both of these teams have played on Ascent so far in qualifier number 3 makes me think it will be played, but not as one of the first 2 maps. I think it will be the decider, because that's where the teams would like to, play on later on, so that it's both of their good rounds. Right now, so far, like I was saying, and the previous time both of these teams met against each other, it was all the way like 2 weeks back. But for now, okay, let's talk about for now. Let's bring up the maps on board as well. I'm really excited, especially for the first map. It is one of the favored maps in the entire Valorant community. It's going to be Haven. Really excited. And yeah, we then move on to Icebox, and we end our best of 3 journey on Ascent if we go to Ascent. But so far, Haven, it is going to be the it's going to be the side of Haven, and right now D2D Esports themselves chose Haven, and I can understand the reason for this. So like I said, like 2 weeks ago or something, both of these teams met against each other, and I think this was when D2D Esports were known by Team Moon, and they played against Velocity in a best of 3. Unfortunately for D2D, they ended up losing the best of 3 2-1. But Elika, guess what? Which map in that 2-1? Which map was it that they ended up winning?
Icebox. Oh wait, no, Haven? I always expected Team Moon to be good at Icebox, because we've seen them do wonders in qualifier number 1 against Global Esports in Icebox. I remember that. That's it.
Yeah, but in that case, they won Haven against Velocity, and again, that's a very, very simple reason. I'm sure everyone can understand why they have chosen Haven as their first map pick as well, because, well, historically and statistically, it shows good for themselves. The last time we saw both of these teams play against each other on this map, not only did, D2D win the entire game 13-6, which is again a very, not a one-sided score, but like quite in favor of one team, but then again, both of the pistol rounds were won by D2D as well. A stunning performance from their side. But since then, like I said, it was 2 weeks ago. Now 2 weeks may not seem like much if it's the time you have to prepare for an exam. However, in Valorant time, 2 weeks is a lot. A team can really prepare, a team can really improve themselves, and that's exactly what we have seen from Velocity Gaming. Earlier today, they played the map of Haven against the team Kuch Bhi. Guess what? 13-0 defeat. Velocity is stomp over win for their side, and for that reason, both of these teams, they're looking very, very good, and that's why I'm really excited to see the map of Haven. That is why I'm really excited to see both of these teams face off against each other once again.
Well, I would say it's more like an underdog team versus the best team in the country right now, which everybody will be looking out for. I think D2D Esports will be drawing a bar for themselves after this match. Like, how good can D2D be, and how good can Velocity be? Well, we know how good is Velocity. All I need to know is how far can D2D go for the win. As we move down to the Agents draft, I feel like, nothing to feel. We have Marzel playing today instead of Anuj Pai, and I'm pretty sure Marzel will be replacing Anuj Pai's pick. That is Phoenix coming through Flex, one of the best, finest Phoenix I've seen as well. CT going in for Jet, and YB God. Wow, it's been a long time, buddy. How does it feels back to be in the game, Omen? It's after like what? After like a month, I'm actually watching Omen being picked in a competitive pool right now. Invix is going to go for the Cypher, and Kawhi, I'm pretty sure it's going to go for the Sova pick as well. Not a surprising lineup coming in from Velocity, something we can already expect, but from D2D, the Omen was quite an unexpected pick. Do you think it's going to favor them, especially in the attacking side?
I don't know, Omen instead of Astra, it's all well and good. I think it's a very, very minute difference, out of which we may be able to see it later on. But keeping in mind the fact that, yeah, right now D2D are starting out on attack, it's not going to make that big of a difference. So I'm fine with it. YB God, I think we saw him once play the Omen, although I'm not sure about that. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, Omen a decent enough pick, no worries about that. The compositions as well lending themselves to very, very regular standard game. However, irregularities come in the plays, irregularities come in all of the clutches, and well, for that reason, let's jump into the game. Well, for that reason, let's start off with the pistol round as well. A lot can take place. I've said that the previous time these two teams met against each other in the pistol round, D2D Esports ended up winning the both of them on the map of Haven, and I'd like to see that happen once again. If D2D need a shot of winning their own map pick, well, guess what? You have to be firing off on all cylinders starting early on, and well, that's why, the timer is ticking down. Everyone is ready by the looks of it at the moment. everyone is, I mean, again, it's very, very standard velocity. They're looking to get aggressive towards Yearlong, which I'm not too sure about. Marzel is pushing in alongside Health. Marzel takes the, oh no, it's Health who gets the opening kill, and Marzel is also pushing with him. So ultimate orb collected, C control really gotten, and when the attackers, they have been pushed back, and with Flex losing this duel, there is no place D2D Esports can push without a gunfight.
Well, I feel like Velocity Gaming looks like that W in MW1 is going to be highlighted for today. As he is trying to pick over towards Yearlong, and that wide pick is not going to help him down as MW1 immediately puts CJ back to sleep. And right now, it's a 5v2 situation. Although the HP for right to ace and Hellfighter looks a little low, and Marzel going in for the pick might be a trouble. Although he's giving out a lot of sound, I would say. You know what's interesting is that D2D Esports, yet after being shut down by the both of the sides, they decided to go for a B hit. And right now, I guess Inflix does not really have all the things to be working with, all the economy to be working with. But for a fact, I definitely know that right away can get the job done with the recon over there. Positions of all the players have been revealed away, and the first flawless round goes into the faithful Velocity. In the defending side, I'm pretty sure that map of Haven was picked by Velocity this time, because they remember the fact that D2D shut them down in Haven the last time they said they were playing against. Because D2D, if they were the ones who picked up the map of Haven, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be starting off with the attacking. Well, looks like someone's here to take the revenge back, CCV.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing more of Velocity Gaming. This round it was a shutdown that pressuring from C from Marzel and Health was a really good combo, which I think caught D2D off guard. And for that reason, D2D they did one good deed by planting the spike and getting a few extra credits for themselves. But apart from that, that's it. Right now we see the Owl Drone of Kawhi make its way through Yearlong. CT going to be dealing out a little bit of damage, but that's about it. Everyone on the side of Velocity is ready, and yet again you can see Astra, Killjoy, both of them are there holding down the push, and this is how good Sentinels and Controllers can be on defense, and this is exactly what you need to do. Apart from only clicking heads, you also need to make sure that you can slow down the attack, allow the rotations. As for now, it looks like it may just be a fake. D2D, they are not really looking forward to executing unless they get the opening kill, or unless we see the Jet dash happen right now. Speaking of Jet, CT gets tagged a bit. Yeah, they're making their way, so it's going to be a full-on execute. There goes the curveball. Vibho is present. There goes the dive from Jet, but so far nothing out of it. The first kill, yes, it goes in favor of D2D. However, after that, Vibho, Marzel, they reply back, and they shut down the entire team, leaving 2 people, out of which one can deal the damage of 5 people. That's going to be YB God. Already gotten 2 kills, looking for more. It is currently a 2v2. So MW1 right to ace. On different sides of the map, just trying to execute together. This has worked out for D2D. However, the problem is YB God is on very little HP, so he needs to land the headshots ASAP. Otherwise, it's not going to work in his favor, as MW1 making a lot of noise through Yearlong will be peeking out.
Player standing.
And oh no, sees Inflix, and YB is getting the kill, but MW1 is there, and guess what? YB got very little HP. Can he waste enough time? No, MW1 is pushing, attempts for the fake, still on the chase, but I think enough time has been wasted. I think he can get this round. Yes, MW1 gets the kill, but at what cost? Well, that's the round gone for D2D. They lost the pistol, but they won the second.
Well, D2D, what kind of wonders they can push. I'm not really surprised by that round by D2D. Imagine the confidence. Imagine the confidence D2D has with an Omen. I mean, there must be some reason why they went for Omen instead of Astra. It's not like there are no Astra players, especially, I guess, Astronaut is not playing today, and that's one of the reasons why we don't have an Astra, because Astronaut is an Astra main. If you remember, we have seen him playing in map of Bind, and which reminds me that we don't have a Bind in this best of 3. But yeah, don't worry, we have D2D Esports going all hail against Velocity Gaming, and now this fourth round is going to put some one distance. So will Marzel will go down. He gets a frag before he goes down, so that's something positive to work with. And Hellfighter left all by himself in a 1v4 situation. And trust me, if Hellfighter goes ahead and gets even a double kill, I will be so surprised. I will go so crazy on Hellfighter right now. He definitely has the aim. He definitely has the HP. He has a ghost to be working with. I mean, if he... Oh, never mind. He just picked up a Spectre, which might actually get most of the job done. Or maybe he's going to go save that little Spectre over there. But I guess his leader is not going to let him do that. As he pushes over towards the B mains, takes him down. And that's the last nail going down in the coffin. Velocity Gaming 1-2. Looks like D2D Esports. They are trying to counter the gameplay of Velocity. You know, it's really good when you get to see about the opponent, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. I think MW1 as well. You know, we've been seeing, I think, the game that Velocity played against Black Bulls as well on Ascent, especially during the pistol rounds and early on. I think I said this about MW1 back then as well, that he likes to get aggressive. However, at times it backfires on him and he loses his life. That's what happened right now. That's what happened against Black Bulls in the pistol round as well. He was pushing up catwalk with the ghost and yeah, he just lost his life. In the meanwhile, that is one Phoenix getting rid of another. MW1 and Hellfighter though, they make sure that things go as MW1. Oh, he's right there. They have the position of the run and back. They secure the kill. Again, a flank working out. And guess what? D2D Esports, well, they've been cornered off yet again. They cannot fall back to Yearlong because MW1 is there. They cannot go to Garage because Hellfighter is there. All they can do is push into C, but Vibhor is also there. And before you know it, this round also completes. So the team that is getting the opening kills, more or less, they are getting the round for themselves. Even though in this case, yes, you know, you had Flex getting the opening kill onto Marzel, the reply back from Hellfighter and the reply back from MW1 secure the round for Velocity. So majorly what we are seeing is the early round is deciding a lot of factors. If your team even has a slight man advantage, like a 4v3 after the initial like 30-40 seconds, they have a very strong chance of winning the round. And well, that's why, you know, both of these teams, they've got to be careful. Do not push unnecessary angles, do not take unnecessary risks. As a CT yeah, guess what? That's 2 kills. Marzel, MW1, both of them gone. And I think this round is gone from the hands of Velocity as well.
Revealing area.
Yep. And looks like D2D Esports, once again, they're going to prove themselves. But the right away's experience is better than whatever you see. He's going to shut D2D Esports, stop the players at least, as the spike is not planted down yet. One of the players' position has been revealed away, and right away with no patience is going to put that at his fury. Give the damage, and a lot of damage has been done right now. And Hellfighter is gonna put a stop sign on the face of Flex right now, leaving only player to death. That is Infix going down. Well, as CT, that was quite an impressive double kill against Marzel. I mean, that's something I wasn't expecting. Marzel and MW1, both of them getting shut down over there. Velocity doing a good job over there, especially right to ace. I'm pretty sure he's a man with the experience who knows what exactly to be called out at which moment. Going in for that push, once the alarm bot was activated, that was a really, really good one.
Yeah, you know what? Velocity, you guys proved me wrong. You lost the first 2 gunfights, but still, thanks to right to ace, thanks to, you know, Hellfighter, you got the round. So all the power to you. And well, more importantly, MW1 gets the opening kill. Flex is gone, one of the higher, you know, and I think one of the top fraggers for D2D is off the board as well, quite early on, mind you. It's only been 15 seconds into the round and Velocity have the advantage. D2D, yes, it's a semi-eco from their side with Sheriffs and the Bladestorm on place. I don't think they'll be able to deal a lot of damage. However, I think 1, maybe 2 kills should be enough to, you know, just give a slight shake up to the economy of Velocity Gaming. And for that reason, Velocity, he pushes forward. Unfortunately, before he could land shots, it was Marzel's bullets connecting to his body, and that's the second kill. In the meanwhile, Karai yet again, now he's the person, after the death of both of the duelists, he is the front line of the attack. He needs to go for kills, but yeah, Velocity are really denying them, and this is going to be another round, hence securing and well improving on the lead of Velocity Gaming. They are looking now far better, 4-2. Next round on, it's going to be a full buy versus full buy, so things may change right there. But for now, yeah, Hellfighter holding the sharp angle, not much to say. This is a very, very clean wipeout. The spike has been done. That's the second. The final person towards Yearlong, and well, it's going to be right to ace collecting the kill. That is flawless, and well, that is Velocity Gaming in their, I don't know, just in their element.
In their natural habitat?
Yeah, whatever, yeah, the same thing, yeah.
I mean, I just meant that them being so aggressive getting rounds, I would pretty much say that it was a very controlled and already a pre-planned round for Velocity Gaming. As it's a 4-2, D2D Esports right now will be looking in for a full buy. To my surprise, actually, they went for Eco, the last one. And Hellfighter is leading the charts right now in the fragging department. I hope he keeps maintaining to do so. And as the Anti-Fury will be coming on, it's doing quite a damage. And Hellfighter has been picked off the map. Ouch, I think that's the caster's curse. As soon as I took the name of Hellfighter, he's been put down to sleep, and right away he knows what has to be done. And I guess that flash is going to help YB God get that counter attack against right away, taking him down, putting it down to a 3v4 situation, and D2D Esports falling back quickly over there. And Mazin, before, look at the silent sneaky ninja over towards the bomb side. Gets one, gets traded. We have flex in the behind. Not something to worry, but MW1 is one of the aggressive players you'll ever notice. And I think it's going to be a cakewalk for Marcel to get this 1v1. He has his ultimate, run it back. He has the HP, he has a molly, 2 flashes, and a wall. Don't you think it's an easy deal for Marcel? I really think, unless Infix has something else to do over here, I'm pretty sure that Marcel is trying to waste time. Yeah.
That's the thing. If you can waste time right now, he can be quite Marcel to stop the kill. And this is the thing from Velocity Gaming. They sometimes are being aggressive, sometimes it backfires, sometimes it works in their favor. In this case, well, we saw both of that. Early on, we saw, right to ace really push up towards A-Long, and that's what costed him his life when he tried to kill YB God with the shock dart. But yeah, that didn't happen. More importantly, we still saw, first of all, Vibhor going for the lurk play towards, I think it was C Garage, and he got a cheeky kill. Even towards the bomb site as well, I think it was Hellfighter who got that kill just by playing a very aggressive angle towards towards A shot. In some cases where people would fall back and they would allow their team to retake together, you had one of these players just holding such an aggressive angle, and he denied the spike being planted for at least a few more seconds before being killed himself. And that's the thing from Velocity. Sometimes the aggression pays off, sometimes it backfires. They just need to find the right balance, and that is of course easier said than done. I can sit here talk about the right balance a lot of times, but in practice it is very, very hard to achieve. And well, that's exactly what we are seeing Velocity do right now as well. They're trying to improve on things with their new roster, with their changes, with their new synergy, etc, etc. So far, at least on this map, it has been working. It's a 3-round lead for them, with potentially more, as right now 40 seconds have passed and D2D haven't made any significant map progress and map control.
Right here.
It's like D2D is going in for something really different. Everyone is trying to push over towards the A-Long right now. And if right away spots them, or at least spots a player, then it's going to be a treat for him. Treat for my eyes. And so does your eyes are going to be very happy about right away getting a multiple kills. But I guess this vanilla push might not be working in for D2D Esports, and right away missing a lot of shots, but Whipper immediately shutting both of the players down and start with a 3v3 situation right now. Very important one, but Mazin keeps delivering the frags with the run it back used at the right time. Well, Fighter is sporting out that player, and there you go. Why wasn't the spike planted? That's my first question. And the second question, Velocity Gaming, how are you guys so good at holding the bomb sites, man? How are you guys so good at trading each other off? I mean, D2D, they had such a good entry over towards the bomb site.
This is exactly what you were saying early in the pre-match presentation. That's not about the kills that your duelist can make. It's about the controllers. And guess what? Looking at the Velocity scoreboard, well, it's being, handled by perfection. Vibho 9 kills as a Sentinel, Health with 7 kills as a controller, MW1 Marzel, they're doing their own thing, but on defense right now, the major reason why all these executions are being shut down preemptively, why the retakes are successful, why the spikes can be achieved as well, because of the man on our scoreboard, on our kill streak right now. We'll go with one. Marzel, just what? He landed the headshot. Alright, spray and pray, P90 it is. But yeah, he still got the kill for himself. That's all that matters at the end of the day. As right now, yet again, Velocity Gaming in
one enemy remaining.
Well, it's a flawless round is what it is.
Flawless. As you say it, there goes flawless round for Velocity Gaming against D2D, putting it down 7th round. And the only chance D2D Esports has is right now putting the first half in 7-5. And I guess 7-5 is not really that hard, to be honest. it can make it down to a certain point where it can be 6-6, but I really wasn't sure as Velocity walks away with seventh round, and now that D2D Esports have taken a timeout in the attacking side. Also, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, you guys are watching Esports Premier Series Valorant, powered by Hell Energy Drink and brought to you by Josh app. Right now, we are in the round of 8, which like I would pretty much say, like, something like a quarter finale, to be more honest. As we are in the round of 8, we are watching of Velocity Gaming versus D2D Esports in a best of 3. Whoever wins this moves to the semi-finale, which will be happening tomorrow. Not tomorrow, I would say day after tomorrow. It is going to be a very interesting match to be looking out for. And we already had the first match of the day ending between Samurai Esports versus FORCEONE, where Samurai Esports took away and walked away with the win. For more information, you can check the Instagram, that is esports.in. You can go ahead and check the live schedule and the results over there. As I guess the match is resumed, we have both the Jets upcoming on head-to-head, MW1 versus the CTA with 5 kills and MW1 with 8. I guess MW1 is the only Jet that I haven't been so surprised about. There you go. MW1 picking that operator. Will he put wonders, or what is gonna happen?
It's over! You're dead!
Oh, CK right there, and MW1 lands the shot, potentially with more to follow. Oh, he spotted the Cypher. However, the attackers have made their way inside the bomb site. The Cloudburst goes through. The run it back has been expired. However, this execution has not. The D2D Esports still can get side control. The rotations are in. MW1 misses the shot. Didn't get the follow-up. No, he cannot. YB God is present. And his Vandals there, but well, so is the four. Gets 1, gets 2. Looking for more. Can he get the third? No. Flex right there with the sharp eyes, with the crispy aim, and Flex was looking for more, but I think, yeah, yet again, this execution from D2D has been denied by Velocity, all thanks to the front line of Velocity's defense, all thanks to Wibhor and MW1 holding themselves together, allowing enough time for people like Marzel and people like Hellfighter to rotate over from the C and B bomb sites respectively, and then to help with this retake as well, because that's exactly what's been happening. It's very, very simple what's been taking place for the past few rounds. Nothing major going on strategically. It's just that Velocity, they get their 1v1 wins, they win their duels, and that's about it. Before you know it, D2D Esports are down to 1 person, 2 people, and the execute is just a fail.
Turret out.
Well, Sri, I feel like Uber is having a really good day, even with his aim, and so is Hellfighter. Both of them are looking really confident. In Velocity Gaming, they're being a little too aggressive, to be honest, but I guess if it's working out for them, then why not? D2D, they know that they gave 8 rounds away for Velocity Gaming, and giving any more rounds away is going to be a tough fight for them. And Haven is supposed to be an attacking map, and I don't know why this time it's not actually going in the favor for Velocity. And W1, he manages to, maybe come back, but I guess that's not enough as Flex takes him down right to ace with an immediate trade. Beautiful trades. That's right to ace with 22 HP left. He's trying to drone, and Hellfighters, I think Kubai knows where exactly is Hellfighter, but Hellfighter is a second away. Right to ace, putting that Hunter's Fury down. It's going to do a lot of damage to all the players, leaving the last man in Gong. That is Wibhor. Ending things in fancy. That is Wibhor once again back in the action with his aim. That is 9th round for Velocity Gaming, and D2D Esports right now will be in a huge trouble. Mind me, but they might have defeated Velocity once, but right now D2D is actually in a very suffocating position.
Right now, alright, we're going into the final round of the first half. The economy doesn't really matter, although D2D seem to have been, because of the fact that they've been losing like 8 rounds consecutively, the round loss bonus has been able to give them a lot of full buys, round in, round out, full shields, phantoms and vandals, all that. But still, they cannot put it to good use. If you look at the scoreboard, it just speaks the truth. Flex, YB got 7 kills, 5 kills. Not enough, and definitely not what D2D would have wanted for themselves and the performance they would have wanted. Right now, this is looking good. Right to ace, the only person in the A bomb site, he's falling back. There goes the dark cover from Omen. Marzel is back. Right to ace doesn't have any of his sorry, any of his ultimates, he has to rely on a shock dot, and that's the thing. And now, yeah, Omen is going to, just to be planting the spike at the moment. Oh no, he falls
Spike
back. He uses this from the shadows to go for the flank, potentially to get some kills. As the Killjoy lockdown is ready, yet again, the final round, everything can be utilized. The recon bolt also getting some information. You do have a flank coming in from Omen. Yeah, YB God is there. Quickly been killed out, and now side control can be taken. I think they can plant. I think they can defuse half of the spike as well. As Marzel goes for the blaze ball, the is pushing through it, going for the kill. It's not going to be happening anytime soon. As Inflix lands soon, but the spike is still being defused, and only now MW1 had to leave his position with Marzel being stuck in a 1v4, Miguel 1v3. However, make that in 9-3 as D2D Esports win the final round, securing a bit far lead to the side of Velocity. It can be a comeback, however, I think Velocity are really looking in the favor, looking at this from a rational point of view. What D2D need to do is, well, win the pistol round, obviously.
Yeah, the pistol round, it's a big deal for D2D Esports, and if they lose this, they have the biggest threat on the line against Velocity right now. Although, let's have a look at both of the top fraggers. I believe it's Flex versus Weber, if I'm not wrong. And Flex is sitting down with 7 frags, and Weber is just making the chesters with 15. Wow. Looks like we have Weber on top of the leaderboard, and he is having outstandingly a really good day. As we move down, Velocity Gaming is looking to be a little passive when they are on the attacking side. They're trying to get some frags, some intel information. And speaking about D2D, not having an Astra can be quite a big backfire for them, because Omen might not fulfill the needs that Astra can do, leaving Shelly, Marzel and MW1, the deadly duo incoming, the newest deadly duo right now in the current pro scenario in India. And I guess Marzel, wow, that was a triple kill and smooth headshot only move for Marzel. Playing a lot of CS on headshot mode helped him to get an easy frag right now. Well, looks like after all, it's not a bad switch from CSGO to Valorant. It's actually quite impressive of Marzel to being this nice. And Velocity Gaming, that's going to be their 10th round, and losing that pistol round, D2D will be in a huge trouble on the economy. But I guess they should go for a close buy. I mean, they already gave 10 rounds to Velocity, so if they give one more round away, it's just a match. It's just a match point round away for Velocity.
They can go for that gamble right now. Again, just what we saw in half number 1. Velocity, they got the pistol win, but guess what? D2D Esports were on their tail in round number 2. They got the dub for them. Right now, I don't think it's going to be happening. Right now, I think things looking fine on the side of Velocity. They want to close this map out very, very quickly. And for all the Velocity fans, well, this will be good news to you guys. This is after all the map pick of D2D Esports. After this, will be going to Icebox, the pick of Velocity, where again, theoretically, they should be at a significant advantage. And for all the D2D fans, well, you better, send all of your hopes and prayers and all of your energy to D2D Esports. And well, if you're low on energy, guess what? Our sponsor, Hell Energy Drink, has you covered. Buy their cans, use them, and during your gaming sessions, during watching a lot of these Valorant streams as well, supporting your favorite team, cheering for them, shouting, I don't know what fans do. As in this case, well, people will be cheering for MW1. He lands that shot, and side control has been taken. In the meanwhile, Hellfighter was also watching the flanks perfectly, waited for YB God, and one getting another. As there's the follow-up and this round is completely gotten over. MW1 cannot be stopped. Finally not and calmed down by Flex, but that is it. Velocity Gaming 11th round on board.
11th round for Velocity Gaming, not something that I am surprised of. And D2D Esports, looks like they are not really on the bright side, and Velocity Gaming is just doing the best of the game today. And MW1, he is coordinating 2 new picks for Velocity Gaming. MW1 and Marzel, both of them are getting along like brothers, and I'm pretty sure that once they join and start getting along with the entire roster, I mean, they're already doing the best that they can, and Velocity Gaming is just doing wonders with the recon coming down right away. So we'll be getting all the positions of A and VLT. Marzel will not stop that W. Gets a frag, gets traded, and that's MW1 coming back in the action. The flash is gonna help, but not the aim, as MW1 makes himself a triple. That was as close. Whipper ends the thing. That's the match point round for Velocity
Match
Gaming.
point.
Right now, they are on the match point in D2D Esports. They have to put in everything they have on the line for this particular round. They might delay the victory for Velocity, but I don't think the comeback is going to be smooth.
Exactly, D2D Esports right now seem to be struggling a bit. The best hope for them surviving in this, in this qualifier in general is going to be the next two maps. As right now, yeah, I think it's not, sorry,
Deploying
it's not
drone.
going to be the best performance from their side on Haven. Well, free Velocity, looking unbeatable right now. Really good performance from them overall. As Vibo, okay, his location is known. Asite is right there. No, guess what? Asite lands the headshot. That's the first blood. Velocity are looking good. Over looking good as right now Mazel tries to push up and right to us an MW1. What a save when they picked up these two kills. An MW1 infiltrating through garage, lands the shots, lands the kills, and I think this is it. This may just be the undoing of D2D Esports. Two people remaining. I think Velocity Gaming have done it at least for the first round. I think Velocity Gaming are looking far better. And okay, yeah, Kawhi, with the frenzy, one kill can pick up the gun right now on Mazel, but I think this post launch has gone in favor of VLT. Flex is also going to be trying his best, but oh, look at MW1 just
One enemy
teasing
remaining.
him. Lands the shot, unfortunately, that did not work out. And MW1 tags Kawhi, who is now the only person surviving. No ultimate, so Velocity will have to play it just by their guns, but I think that is enough. Yep, Hellfighter looking to peek right, looking to get the shots. Yeah, I think we can call it. This is going to be the first match in favor of Velocity Gaming in this best of 3.
Attackers win.
Wow, Velocity Gaming. That's something that I should be like completely surprised about. But yeah, it's going to be Velocity Gaming taking away the first map of the day against D2D Esports. And I guess Haven was supposed to be in terms of, in terms of favor with D2D Esports. But looks like it's not the case over here, as D2D Esports will be getting shut down by Velocity Gaming. And one of the reasons why D2D couldn't perform, I would pretty much say that having an Omen over an Astra, or maybe, they were just comfortable in the skin of Omen. It did get some kills, but I guess the firepower, D2D Esports lagged something today. And Astronaut not being able to play up in the main roster, we had Inflix, the substitute, coming in, which made a huge difference, CCV. Astronaut, he is very good with the firepower. Only if Astronaut was there today, we could have had Astra and Firepower, both of them. I wouldn't say he's entirely the reason, but when an ingredient of the dish misses, I guess the dish feels incomplete, and I guess that's what I saw from D2D. If Astronaut was there, I'm pretty sure it could have been a really good fight. And picking up Cypher over Killjoy, that was also one of the question. I had that question mark face that when D2D went for Cypher, I was like, what? Especially in the attacking side, when you know that Killjoy has a greater advantage for backstabs and pushes and everything else.
Absolutely, this was another very, very good map from the side of Velocity. Heading over to Icebox here yet again. I am afraid it may just be the same story. Early on, I think like the first 3 rounds or something, we were talking about how this is going to be a fierce competition. Both the teams went, 1-1 early on, but then, yeah, Velocity, then they got their updraft, then they started getting the leeway to improve further and further, round win after round win, and before you know it, they had built such a lead, of which, their opponents unfortunately just couldn't, climb out of. As right now, a lot of kills, we witnessed right now, and I thoroughly enjoyed in terms of all the frags that we witnessed, and for that reason, yeah, well, let's move on to the MVP screen as well. I really want to see from the side of D2D, more importantly, who had the best kills, because of course Velocity, yeah, MW1 19 kills, really good performance. Mazel, Vibo, everyone was doing their job, especially on defense, but it was more about D2D Esports that was favoring, Flex and all the kills he was taking, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to help secure more and more rounds.
Yep. Well, looks like the Velocity Gaming. I'm not surprised by the performance of MW1, and so does Flex. I felt like today Flex was lacking something. And also, guys, it's not the Golden Flex. Both the Flex are different. The Flex you're watching right now, currently in D2D, is the guy from Hyderabad. He's 17 years old. His I don't actually remember his near real name, but yeah, he's not the Garden Flex you're talking about. And it's like he's having a look at the chat and he's having a huge question mark on the face. What's going in the chat?
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I was just thinking. I think that, yeah, why? Because he has been an influential person, but right now I think it's just going to come down to the entire team's performance. Not only Flex, not only YB God. It's going to go down overall how how D2D Esports perform, and overall what exactly they should be doing in order to secure this next map win, because it is really important for them. Their entire hopes of in the qualifier, playing these two earlier matches, going through round of 32s and 16s, heading into the land of best of threes right now, it needs to be won from their side. The maps need to be won from their side, and well, for that reason as well, all the pressure is on them, all the attention on them as well. And yeah, I'm quite excited. Although on paper I think Velocity are looking the better team on Icebox. The previous results speak about that, and everything shows that favor as well. But I feel like there is something in the favor of something in the favor of D2D Esports, perhaps a unique play that may help them secure the round and secure the dub.
yep. Well, after that Panzer match on Haven, we will be moving down to the match of Icebox, and I have a lot to speak about Icebox, of course, because it's one of the favorite maps that D2D Esports love attacking. I mean, they have been always the upper front team when it comes down to the map of Icebox. They beat teams like Enigma and FORCEONE. Almost they brought it down to a really close fight, but I remember them beating Enigma down on the qualifier number 1, and that was quite interesting. And they also had a very close fight against Global Esports in the, I guess it's somewhere over in round of 8, I remember, D2D. And D2D finally making it to round of 8. Now they have the only chance left to make it to the semi-finale is to beat Velocity. I know it's like all of a sudden you've been competing with teams like FORCEONE, Enigma, and Samurai, and Gordel, Global Esports, and you have Velocity in front of you, who hasn't been there in the first two qualifiers. It's like a grand red carpet entry where D2D Esports is like, the timing. I'm telling you, the timing is the worst possible time ever for D2D Esports to be fighting off against Velocity. They would be wishing right now if it was someone else team who might be facing off Velocity, but I guess D2D, someday they had to face them off. And right now, I guess we'll be going in for a short break right before we. Oh, wait, actually, no, we are not actually going in for a short break. My bad. We'll be straightly jumping to the map of Icebox. And what are your pick? What are your pick
Viper.
predictions? Without Astronaut, I feel like it's tough.
Yeah, without Astronaut it's going to be difficult, but yeah, Viper. Okay, yeah, like I said, I mean it is going to be the map of Viper. There's nothing else about it. YB God, just like he was playing the Omen earlier on, now he'll be playing another controller. The side of Hellfighter, well, he'll be choosing the Viper as well, just like he was playing the Astra early on. So everything is fine. Both the teams, their compositions are looking good. I am excited to yet again see the European standard being brought out from D2D. Oh no, sorry, that's the North American standard. 2 duelists and only 1 initiator, 1 sentinel, 1 controller. I got confused right there. Whereas on the side of Velocity Gaming as well, they will be the ones bringing out the European standard. MW1 is the only person playing the duelist right now. Marzel, just like, well, yeah, filling in for Amaterasu at the moment. Playing early on, he was playing the Phoenix. Right now, he is playing the Sage, like Amaterasu always does on the map of Icebox. And apart from that, all the same. Right away, we haven't seen him play another agent other than Sova. We won't be seeing that change again as well. He'll be on the Sova. You've got Vibho. It's all too common. The compositions are the same. I just want to see what can be achieved with those compositions, just like what we witnessed on the map of Haven. It's going to come down to the individual performances, and this is where I want D2D to step up. It is a big ask from their side, looking at the kills on the side of Velocity early on versus D2D early on.
Yeah.
There was a big skill difference. Velocity were really in advance when it comes to the kills. So in such short time, you cannot really improve on your kills. However, I think everyone would like to see D2D improve on them. And well, for that reason, to see them improve, well, we have to see them first. And that's why we'll be jumping into the pistol round starting right now.
Well, I say that when the map changes, the agents change, a lot of agent compositions, the strats change, especially when T2D, as expected, they'll be starting off on the defending side with YB God or the Viper. Flex, I'm not surprised Flex always goes for the Reina. I see it, the Jet, Kawaii. It's like something interesting that we have to look after, as Velocity Gaming has also been one of the best maps for them. Icebox, and not really best, but I would say they have at least been putting a good fight in MW1. A crisp headshot on towards the face of YB God, which might lead him to get another frag on towards Inflix. If I'm not wrong, he spots a player, he gets another one. That's a double kill. That's a triple kill. MW1 with absolutely 25 HP left receives a headshot on against Dubai. And now it's around a 2v4 situation. The spike will be getting planted down by Marzel. Usually we do see right away so Ranuj playing the Sage, but this time it's going to be Marzel to my surprise, and Hellfighter. He is one of the best Viper picks that I've seen in the map of Icebox, and right away getting that kill is gonna put Hellfighter to a 1v1. I wouldn't say 1v1, but yeah, everyone's eventually walking down to the bomb side, and once the wall goes down and Kawaii will be open in the out, and there you go, Marzel is gonna get that confirmation on the kill, and Velocity Gaming will be walking with the first round in the first half. I'm not surprised, and for a fact that Icebox is also an attacking siren map, Velocity, it should be an easy deal for them.
Velocity are looking quite confident right now. The pistol round, well, it speaks volumes about their performance. We can see the replay as well. MW1, oh, that final third kill. That headshot was really good as he used the tailwind to dash away. But yeah, apart from that, yet again, just what we saw on the map of Haven, the pistol round being lost by D2D constantly. They can attempt to make a comeback right now, just like what happened on the previous map. It is quite difficult. Velocity have learned, how to make sure that they don't lose early gunfights against them. Right now, at the moment, yeah, Velocity, they're trying to be aggressive, they're trying to plant the spike just like what they did. It's the same push. The toxic screen will go out once again. You have YB God, I think, present with the Sage wall. CT wins the gunfight against MW1, so this is good for D2D, because in the previous round, well, we saw MW1 getting 3 kills, and right now he's off the board. The Sage wall is there, the poison cloud, the snake bite, everything is in place. Sage is trying to attack as well as Marzel has spotted Inflix and lands the shots. So Velocity Gaming, they may try to fall back if they want to, or they can choose to execute, because everyone has rotated over. The spike though still with Sage, still with Marzel right now, so I don't think it's going to be a fake. As a matter of fact, they're going to be planting the spike. It's a tough choice, but it's a choice Velocity make at the end. Is right to ace. He lands the shot. 3 more remain from D2D. 3 more try to get the kills, and yeah, Hellfighter isn't going to let them. Asite is there. He got the opening kill of the round, but he needs to win far more. Speaking of Asite, well, he falls to the ground, and Kawaii falls to right to ace as well. First it was MW1, now it was right to ace. Everyone from Velocity is getting 3 Ks for themselves.
Well, Velocity looks like the frag mode has been activated for each and every of the player at Velocity, and looks like they're having a really good time in the boot camp, or maybe they just had a friendly bet match that who gets the most kills might get to eat the desert first today or something. I'm pretty sure that they're enjoying a lot together as a boot camp, and D2D Esports, I know they are far apart, and looks like SCT's ping is way far better than what it used to be previously. I'm pretty sure he is the guy from the Maldives, if I'm not wrong, because D2D Esports had their main, and I'm pretty sure that he is from Maldives. As it comes down to Velocity Gaming, it's an SMG round for them, and D2D Esports will be going in for a full buy, if I'm not wrong. Yep, they'll be going in for a full buy. If they lose this round against Velocity Gaming, GG well played. The economy will be going down in the dusters, and YB God. He's trying everything he can to stop the push on towards the B main. But on the other hand, we have D2D, who is looking forward for any entry picks and Velocity with the SMGs. They're not really scared, All they want is to make the job done as quickly as possible. And looks like Sage has been spotted out, and a CT is waiting off at the back of site, and Marzel gets the Sage wall done. And right now, that recon is going to give a reveal a lot of positions. MW1 grabs himself a phantom out of nowhere, and look at this one. He's actually going in for the flag. He gets one. And now, if he peeks out of that little window, he might be getting himself a double kill.
It's
but
30 seconds left.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
if I'm
it's
not
fake?
wrong.
Or not?
If I'm not wrong, I think Velocity are trying to fall back. I'm not sure. No, I think they are still looking to execute, but those plans may be spoiled over from D2D Esports. No, okay, they're going to be executing towards the B bomb site. Before he did his job brilliantly, but because of the lack of time, well, they need to execute. The spike has been planted right to his infiltrates deep, but Kawhi gets his second for the round. The flank is being watched, however, majority of the defenders are pushing in from CT itself, and now it falls down to the just lost one headshot. There's the second, there's the third. And D2D Esports have completely fallen to the ground. Good Inflix, the only person surviving. How did Marzel do? I really need to see the replay. Marzel has been that one guy who gets clips. I have to see this once again. I'm gonna watch in silence. Okay, so he's looking. The toxic screen goes there. There is YB God, gets the first. Now during the spray as well, he gets the third.
Question mark?
Now that kill is the one I don't understand. How did he get his second kill during the spray? I am very, very certain all of these are going to go in those clip channels, just like his early clip went with the operator when he flicked on the map of Ascent in another game. Yeah, Marcel really gets those clips, man. Jesus.
Yes. Oh wait, I have the perfect quote right now. Spray and pray. That's what exactly Marcel did, and I guess everything went to his favor. The prayers have been answered for him. Don't you think that was proven? He was literally spraying through a blind wall and he managed to get triple, and I'm pretty sure when the chat sees this, they are going all crazy and all mayhem. And I'm pretty sure that D2D Esports right now will be so mad at themselves that losing a full buy round against Velocity Gaming. That is going to be really unfortunate for them as we move down to the important round where Velocity Gaming. Oh, never mind. They actually still have the SMGs, or is it just Hellfighter? And Infix, all the M1 clips of the wall falls down, and Infix is going to take that advantage. Puts a beautiful headshot over there, and looks like someone. Oh, actually, nobody is coming in for the flank. It was just Wibber putting down the turret. Mask can actually get MW1 rest, but unfortunately, MW1 died in a very suffocating position. As Infix is trying to going in for their aggressive picks, and the spike was about to be exposed, but unfortunately the Viper is just way too good from Velocity Gaming. As a CT gets himself a double kill, and Viper, he is in a big problem right now. He's left in a 1v1 situation right now, but the spike is not getting diffused, and I feel like there's absolutely no time left. Nothing can happen. Viper gets that round for Velocity Gaming. Such a close round for D2D Esports. Oh my god. What happened over there? That was an eco, if I'm not wrong, for D2D, and yet they put up a good fight.
The thing is, D2D have realized that Velocity really favor the B bomb side. The A bomb side has just been ignored completely. The A bomb side, I don't even know what analogy to make, how badly the A bomb side has been ignored. Velocity are not favoring that right now, but Vibho, I think, is going for a cheeky look. And that's the thing, D2D Esports realize that, and that's why early on they're aggressing towards the B bomb side, as we just saw from CT, trying to get rid of MW1. MW1 his armor will be gone. He has been healed, but Flex cannot be healed any further. He goes down in the dirt. CT is right there, and CT gets one. That's good, but quickly has been traded out. The rotations are back from D2D. We can see Sage and Viper holding very close angles. However, yet again, it's this toxic screen and the cloud bursts from Jet that will help them, get more and more plants down. That's exactly what happens. And for that reason, I think Velocity are in the favor unless D2D can do some sort of damage and try to preemptively shut down this execution, because the spike hasn't been planted just yet.
Esports. I think it's a good thing that the spike hasn't been planted down, but I guess Velocity doesn't really matter. They still are going to have the man advantage with Yandis Fury coming in down at the right time from Kawhi. It's gonna put Hellfighter into a very suffocating position, but don't worry, after him going down, we have YB on the back side who might give a headshot on towards MW1 and manage to get that one. Kawhi in a 1v2 situation, and the lockdown might go. But we have Hunter's Fury and Lockdown, both of them. Both of the ults are really helpful, as Kawhi will go down with Whippers, crisp Primal Vandal headshot, and that is how things are gonna end for D2D once again. Velocity Gaming with 5th round on board.
How has it been 5 rounds and Velocity have executed on the B bomb site all 5 times? I'm sorry, I still cannot wrap my head around it. And I still cannot wrap my head around the insane 3k that Marzel got, allowing him to get 7 kills in total right now, on the contrary to Inflix, who early on the map of Haven was having a decent enough day. But yeah, right now he is struggling a bit. 2 kills, 5 deaths. It's only been 5 rounds. He's died in all 5 of them. MW1, I think this time he's also pushing him the Blaze Storm. No, with the Vandal only. But guess what? The Vandal just disconnected. He gets bullying off angle. He gets one and uses the dismiss to fall back. And he gets one more and he's going to use the Devour once again. But this time it won't be working out. As guess what? Within like 20 seconds this round was over. And no one knew what happened. Just Velocity got kills. That's all. It's full stop. That's it. The entire best of 3 can be summed up with Velocity got kills. That's it. Paragraph writing over. Nothing else needs to be said, because you look at the scoreboard and it speaks volumes. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Well, guess what? 12, 18, 16 kills speak a lot. A lot, yeah.
And Asite has picked up an operator. Okay, now this is going to be interesting to watch, as Asite can need one is the job. No, gets immediately shotted by MW1, and MW1 is on action. He's on fire right now. Grabs himself a double, and can I get the triple, please? Ah, there you go. MW1 always listens to me, and Marzel. I don't know what's the thing with Marzel and MW1. Oh wait, it was actually Hellfighter coming up. Never mind. I thought it was MW1 who was coming on top of the wall, and looks like MW1 is going in for straight lock. He'll be pushing down, gets himself a quad, and that is almost the ace, unless Weber took that kill. There you go. Velocity Gaming on 7th round, and MW1 is just going crazy all over the map. And Asite, after losing that operator, the economy will be in rough patches for D2D. I don't know what's happening, CCV, to be honest, because day-to-day esports, I mean, if they had a single duelist pick, it could have been an easy one, to be honest. Even if it's a different one, at least a lot of intelligent sentinels could have helped them. As we have both of the jets on the table, CT versus MW1 with 12. Yes. Wow, looking very strong.
Oh, right now CT, his position is only now known, but I don't think Velocity are paying attention. Yeah, right to his faults. Marzel gets the trade as MW1 is making entry into the bomb site. And there's the resurrection from Marzel. I was going to say close round in which D2D could win, but Inflix, where was he watching? Was he watching towards mid? Hoping like someone like Vibho or someone was there. I don't know what happened. Yeah, that was just an off angle, catching him off guard. But I really have no clue, what exactly D2D can do. Because you look at the past few rounds and just MW1 has been winning those early duels. Plain and simple. Is maintaining a KD of 3 right now. Is doing so much damage. Even when we saw Asite with the operator, guess what? MW1 got the kill over Asite. He won that gunfight, and then he got a follow-up kill as well. And before you know it, Velocity Gaming, within 10 seconds into the action phase, they're down 2 of their fraggers. D2D Esports are down 2 of their fraggers. Velocity Gaming have map control. They are ready to execute and plant the spike on the B bomb site. And before you know it, it's a post-plant scenario favoring Velocity. Well, of course it's going to favor Velocity. So it's very, very simple. I know strategically not much has been happening because we haven't seen the bomb and the spike being planted in A side at least once. So strategically it's a very, very dull game. However, the main thing is just Velocity are winning their duels. Plain and simple. Nothing else. If you look at MW1, 15 kills right now, right? And Marzel with 10 combined, it's 25. The entire team of D2D Esports doesn't have 25 kills on their own. They have about 15. No, I'm really bad at maths. I should have picked humanity. No, I'm just kidding. 9, 13, what is it? 17. Yeah, just above MW1, right? So all jokes aside, what I'm trying to say is just frags have been going in favor of Velocity. That's all.
I just feel like you see, I've been supporting Asite for a longer time when it comes down to day-to-day esports. It's just 2 of my favorite teams facing off each other. I would say Meredo and Mol Ratan, but I guess Asite is not performing today. He just needs one behind the 5 so that he can manage the kills along with MW1. That is 15 all. Well, looks like Velocity is having quite a good day today, and D2D absolutely getting shut down. And wow, we have both the Vipers, Hellfighter with 1 kill, YB God with 2, and right now, I guess YB God here. I feel a little different. You know, YB God switching on a lot of agents. It's only gonna limit his performance as a fragger, I guess. Even if he's a very good fragger, sometimes he has to go down by the utility usage. It gives a lot of work on his head, don't you think so?
Exactly, yeah. Players from D2D are looking good, and they have looked good in the past. You mentioned their performance in qualifiers 1 and 2. Even before this best of 3 against Velocity Gaming, there is a fact that, you know, they made their way into the quarterfinals, into the land of best of 3s, is because they won their previous games by good margin. That's where we saw them against, you know, not, I wouldn't say equally matched teams, but in compositions where D2D were favored and were favored to be the winners. Right now, unfortunately, they are being outmatched. And I know there are a lot of, you know, D2D supporters as well present, you know, who'd like to see their team succeed, and believe me, I want to see every team succeed. But the thing is, at the moment, D2D are not just quite on the level against Velocity Gaming in terms of the frags, not in terms of strategy. So far, we haven't seen a lot of strategy. Again, 8 rounds, we have not seen the A bomb site at all. Hardly in the feed we have seen the A bomb side. So strategically, not a lot is happening. What we can see, what we can observe, and what we can make improvements on is, well, the gunfight capabilities of D2D Esports. And this is a point which I've said multiple times. You know, doesn't matter which FPS game you play, doesn't matter what rank you are, you can only improve in your individual gunfights on your own. Your team, yeah, they can help you by motivating you, but at the end of the day, it's you who has to sit in aim labs. It's you who has to sit in Kovacs in train and improve. As right now, we can see majority of D2D Esports sitting in the A bomb side, as the Viper spit is there, but I'm not sure is it going to be dealing enough damage. You know, Hellfighter is right on the outskirts of it, trying to push in. His HP is really going to be decayed, so YB God is doing good with this Viper spit. Hellfighter goes on the outside, and he may just catch YB God off guard if he's not careful.
Yeah, interestingly, look at. Okay, Hellfighter. Well, that was a good thing that he connected the shot. That would have completely gone crazy, and it's the double. The immediate trade coming in from Marzel. I'm not surprised. Flex from the backstab managed to get a frag, and now it's down to the situation. Marzel is what's gonna go on a wall and get the spike planted down.
Spike planted.
I really want to know what's the thing with the B bomb site. I'm pretty sure that B bomb site some way how it showcases that particular ship. So B-bomb site and Velocity is still a better love story than Titanic. And SCT is trying to have the bomb over here, and I guess Mazda is gonna get them spotted, both of them at the same point, and Mazda is gonna get the double kill. And that is very bold of him to be going in for the peak, and that's 9th round for Velocity Gaming. Wow, that was quite impressive for me, to be honest. There you go, there's the Titanic ship. And that's why Velocity Gaming keeps pushing the B-bomb side.
Yeah, and well, just like Titanic, looks like D2D are really struggling to stay afloat right now, and they are really sinking. And I gotta say, at the moment, yeah, 9-0, there isn't much to be said right now. You can see MW1 yet again in practice. He's pushing in, being the aggressive person, just like what he needs to do as a jet main. And I think he may just be able to get a kill. Yeah, he's going to push the top 16 as well. He has no calm. A CT has been spotted towards the back of the B-bomb side. Hellfighter's there. And yet again, the same push from Velocity that we've seen time and time out again. Marzel is ready with the Sage walls, but he dies in the process of creating his walls. But guess what? Look at this angle from him. Oh, this angle from MW1 was good, but alright, he's gone. And D2D Esports are dealing a lot of damage, not to mention Flex on the flank now. He has been dispatched. Essentially, I really favor D2D, especially with the fact that Inflix has the resurrection available. I don't think he will be able to resurrect Flex, but if someone else dies on the side of D2D Esports, they will be in a good position to, you know, be resurrected, as it looks like finally Velocity Gaming are trying to fall back. There's the resurrection, but people from Velocity are trying to rotate over to the B bomb side. That is the Viper split from Hellfire, and that is going to be the fake. Hellfighter just all alone in the split, trying to waste as much trying to gain as much
30
kills
seconds
as
left.
possible. Meanwhile, the spike is being rotated over to the A bomb side. This fake is really being sold perfectly. Everyone on D2D is on the B bomb side right now, and the spike can be planted freely by Vibhor. The only question is, can VLT win the round?
VLT. I mean, as long as they've got the spike planted down, I don't see a reason why they can't.
Find death.
Over here,
Revealing area.
as Velocity Gaming
There
finds
they
spike
are.
planted down right away, grabs the kill, and now
Placing swarm grenade.
it's all in the job for Vibhor. And let's see what can Vibhor do.
coming back.
It's a 3v2 situation, of course, the man advantage into the hands of T2D Esports and Vibhor. One of the deadliest players you can ever see. Looks like right away he's trying to plan one of the players, and Vibhor,
One enemy remaining.
he knows what exactly has to be done, and right away तू अल्ट निकाल सकता है, but मैं अपना प्राइम हैंडल निकालूंगा, and Vibhor ने 3 kill ले लिया होता. I pretty much saw that coming. You know, this guy, I feel this guy baited right to ace and got the triple kill. He knew, and everybody knew that the right to ace was trying to get that Hunter's Fury from Rafters. So he just went ahead, he took a peek, gets a triple, and now he casually walks off, gets the ultimate again. I'm pretty sure Vibhor must have got the ultimate. And right to ace is be like, मैं पागल हूँ जो इसने इतना टैग किया है. Look at him. Right to ace has 4 assists, man. And he must have been so pissed off at Vibhor right now. 3 मुक्के kill.
I really like finally I was crying about this, that we are seeing nothing strategically, but that was a nice fake. Thanks to Hellfighter as well, and thanks to his Viper's pet. Speaking of, well, poison, Cloud Kawhi was there, but Hellfighter was on his back, trailing him from behind.
charges left.
And guess what? Yet again the spike will be
Spike
planted.
planted.
D2D Esports are completely caught off guard. All of their players towards mid as they're trying to gain side control, but yeah, you have towards Boiler, you have Hellfighter holding an angle, and he gets 1, he gets 2, he's looking for more. He's not going to
enemy
calm
remaining.
down. To his aid comes with hope, and yeah, that's the round done and dusted. Vibe got all on his own. That's the single kill, but I think this is about it. I am liking, you know, Velocity Gaming. Finally, they're showing some sort of diversity in their play by going and executing towards the A bomb side. It's all well and good, you know. That's going to be the 11th round done with themselves. And I'm liking the fact that, yeah, I mean,
Last
there's
round
nothing much
in
to
the
say,
half.
you know. It's 11-0. I think everyone can understand what's happening right now. Everyone can understand that Velocity are just winning, essentially.
Yeah. Well, looks like Velocity Gaming is just a round away from getting that match point, and D2D Esports absolutely getting shut down against Velocity. 0 rounds. At least I say Haven was a better map compared to Icebox, and I actually eat my words back that D2D Esports were good at Icebox. Looks like it's not there, and the pre-ultimate coming in from Kawhi is gonna tag a little bit, but I guess the immediate move will be coming through. As you can see, Hellfighter is trying to take the fight, and the wall actually is helping YB God stop the pace. Hellfighter gets one now. As SET down, and Pix gets one, MW1 Whipper going into immediate phase. I don't know what on the hell is happening for D2D Esports. What is everybody doing in
enemy
the
remaining.
meetings? I don't understand this. As MW1 pushes that W, gets kill, and maybe the last kill out. Receives a headshot, and now he's gonna fall back. Hellfighter is gonna be putting all his abilities right now. As Flex as Empress activated, and right now he's looking to move forward, and the second he moves forward, Hellfighter will be taking him down. I don't know, that was a really bad idea to be walking through snake fight
Switching sides.
when you know the fact it's vulnerable,
Match
and
point.
that's match point for Velocity Gaming. Damn. Not even a single round given into the hands of D2D. 13-0, is that a true or is it a dream? Let's see what D2D has to show.
I think it may just be reality, you know, in terms of the kills as well. Yeah, right to his good performance from him. Again, you know, everyone from the side of Velocity Gaming is being outshined by, you know, Mazel and MW. And again, they're the duelists. Nothing bad about that. The support players, you know, once in a blue moon, yes, right to his cannot drop an 18 KD just like it did in the previous round. But yeah, so far things are really looking good for the side of Velocity. I want to see them move on to the next stage against, you know, whichever team they play, against whoever they are matched matched up against, because Velocity are really looking far better. Velocity are looking as a team that can really deal a lot of damage, and I'm sure all of the all of the viewers will agree with us as well. Velocity have been at the top of the charts in the South Asian Valorant scene, with the likes of Global, Godlike, Samurai, etc., for so long, and well, for that reason, their performance speaks volumes about them. As right now, well, with one kill before he has been traded down, MW1 in an off angle, he'll be getting the support of Right to Ace to secure 2 kills, and this may just be the 13th round. And I gotta say, D2D Esports are looking far better. It's all down to YB God. Has been spotted, cannot land his shots, only one. The spike, well, yet to be planted. YB God is making his way, and I think this may just be the end of Velocity. Right to Ace is there, no misses the shots, but guess which person doesn't miss? Of course, it's going to be MW1. Got the first kill of the game, gets the final, and that is 13-0. Congratulations to Velocity Gaming for moving on into the semi-finals.
Yes, congratulations Velocity Gaming to be moving to the semi-finale of Esportz Premier Series Qualifier number 3, and it's unfortunate to see that D2D Esports will be walking away at round of 8 once again, unfortunately, but it was a good competition so far. But when they strike against Velocity Gaming, the strong guard will, of course, bring them down and drag them down, and unfortunately D2D couldn't make it. And that was actually a one-sided affair coming in from Velocity Gaming. They shut them down on the map of Haven 13-4, and now they shut them down 13-0. I mean, it's been a while since I saw a one-sided game, especially in round of 8. You know how hard and difficult it is to be putting a worthy opponent. It looks like Velocity, it was a very easy cakewalk for them. And after that match, I'm pretty sure it was a very small, what would I say? It was a very quick day. We had Samurai versus FORCEONE, where Samurai walked away with the win, which was quite not expecting for me. I always expected that FORCEONE would put up a good fight, but it was a one-sided affair again. Well, that sums up our round of 8 first day. We still have another day to go, that is tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. And we'll be seeing the other 2 quarter finales. And what are your thoughts about this game? I felt like MW1 totally popped off, like he was just pressing that W so hard.
Absolutely, yeah. Velocity Gaming is looking quite strong, at least right now. I still, just like what I said like a few rounds ago, I want to see Velocity Gaming against equally matched teams. We have seen that take place like yesterday, day before yesterday, a few best of 3s, best of 5s here and there against the best the region has to offer, just like Velocity. And there they seem to, they've won a few maps, they lost a few maps, whatever. Right now they're looking quite good, and this gives me optimism about their chart of improvement. They're getting more kills for themselves, they're performing better as a team, their executions are far stronger. And well, going back to my first point about kills, well, let's bring up the MVP screen, because I want to see once and for all who was the best person. I think everyone has a good clue. I think it's gonna be, yep, it is MW1, 19 kills, a 2.1 KD, 395 average combat score. He almost touched 400s. That was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the entire team of Velocity, good performances. Even on Haven, they were looking quite normal. You had Marzel, Vibho, Right to Ace, Hellfighter. Everyone was fine. Everyone had equal amounts of kills. Consistent performance. That is what I'm trying to say. It was a really consistent performance from all of the members. And as a team effort, I think, yeah, Velocity, they deserve all the credit for the win.
Yeah. And MW1, looks like the recent edition is on top, just like in limited edition. MW1 is that one guy that Velocity Gaming was lacking for, and now with him coming and Marcel, both of them are just making a very deadly duo. Doesn't really matter if they're not playing duelist, even if it's a Sentinel and duelist, they're carrying off each other very well. Following MW1, we have Vibhor and Marcel. Vibhor really popped off this match as well. He had the most number of kills. He has a 4.7 KD. That's the highest so far today. We had a person having 18 KD, and I remember it was Right to Ace. Yep, it was Right to Ace. I don't remember which team they were playing against. I'm pretty sure it was a round of 16. Right to Ace had the
Black
highest.
Bulls. Yeah. Like
Black Bulls. They had the highest KD so far ever that any of the matches I've cast at 18 KD. I think that's it with the MVP screen. A CTA, well played, man, and well played by D2D Esports. Unfortunately, you guys won't be making it, but I guess Velocity Gaming had a good day. It was a long day for them also. They had a lot of matches going on, but when it came down to Esportz Premier Series, they carried it cool with calm. Especially, I wouldn't say like the team coordination was better, but I would say that everything was working into the favor of Velocity. The way they were pushing, especially the clutch rounds, I think they have the potential. You remember that one round when they went to the A bomb side, it was a 2v4 situation, and yet Wibber and Right to Waste managed to get the all of it.
Exactly, and for that reason, you know what, let's bring up today's matches as well. We started off with the best of one between Samurai Esports and FORCEONE. Again, if you missed that matchup, insane moments happened there as well. Samurai were looking far, far stronger in that best of one. They ended up winning, and then Velocity Gaming in this best of three, they end up winning against T2D Esports. Now, I am not sure whether or not Velocity will be matching up against Samurai or with any other team. If you would like to find out about that, well, make sure you keep on following esports.in on our Instagram page, where we release the brackets, we release the schedules on our YouTube channel as well. If you'd like to see any of the highlights of all of these skills.
Yeah.
And yeah, more importantly, good games overall. I really liked Samurai versus FORCEONE as well. It was far closer, and we've been seeing Samurai again and FORCEONE play against each other for quite some time today, and well, overall in their journeys in Valorant as well. Now we saw them once again, but out of the two of them, it's only Samurai moving into the land of best of fives alongside, well, Velocity Gaming. Tomorrow, well, all of our viewers as well, keep watching, stay tuned in. Tomorrow same time, we'll be back with 2 more best of 3s, and I can only say they're really going to be good. As for today's games, well, my only thing would be for D2D Esports and their members as well. I don't think I think they already know this information. I don't think they'd require me or anyone in the chat to tell them. But yeah, their gunfights, it needs a bit of improvement if they want to compete with like the best in the region, Velocity, Samurai, Global, blah blah blah, all of that. So for that reason, again, it's a very simple strategy. However, it requires a lot of hard work and a bit of time as well, your personal time. Go into what's the thing called in Valorant where you're practicing? Is it called practice labs?
Range.
Range. Yes, I know about other games. Okay, yeah, go into the range. Try to get as many kills. And again, yeah, very very simple. I don't need to explain this, but I think hopefully everyone can understand why D2D Esports lost today. Wasn't mainly because strategies and outplays and insane plays and all that. It was mainly because they were losing their gunfights. Let's give them positive energy, and let's hope the next time we see them in qualifier number 4, well, they're far better and they win their duels.
Yes, well, I'm really, really looking forward for D2D. This time, maybe not changing their name because we've seen them in Purpose Esports, Team Moon, and D2D. And what next? I'm excited for qualifier number 4. Which name are they going to be walking down with? But yeah, nonetheless, the confidence that these team depicts is really good, and that's why they came so far at the round of 8. But all they lack is the confidence and the firepower. Definitely, I agree with CCV, but all they need is to just keep grinding and work a little harder. It doesn't really matter who you are facing off against. It what matters is that you need to be having the same coordination with the team despite of which opponent are you facing today. So I guess that's it for today. And also, guys, before we end for the day, I just want to tell you guys that Esportz Premier Series is actually a really good platform for all the teams out there to prove their talents. And I hopefully when the registration for qualifier number 4 comes up, I hope you with your teams are going ahead and signing up for it. Even if it's fun for you guys, go ahead and do that, because you can carry a lot of experience back then into the home, because you will be seeing top tier teams playing like Enigma, FORCEONE. Unfortunately, FORCEONE couldn't make this time, but I hopefully think that other teams will put up a good fight. And also, if you want to drop us a feedback, you can follow us on our Instagram. I'm Tanvi Jasmine FTW on Insta, and he is the real CCV. And I guess that's it for today. And me and CCV will be meeting you right back here today at this desk tomorrow with another set of BO3 matches going live. So stay tuned, guys. Good night.
ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा। ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा। ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश, ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।